Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Sorry for the delay, but sometimes the servers have to take a rest, like us. We have to sleep. They want to sleep, but we're back. Game number 2, Snapchat Gaming and Placeholders. In case you forgot, Subi, what was the recap from the last game?
Oh, the recap was Engine was all over the place, and in my mind, he carried them to victory. Their rotations took them about a half to get into the game. This second game, Snapchat Gaming really needs to focus on their defense as they just got torn up like Swiss cheese in game number 1.
I like Swiss cheese. A couple of holes here and there is not too bad, but you want to keep your game sharp like cheddar, as the push will be across towards the orange zone into the final third. Maybe an attempt early from the boys in the blue. Snapchat Gaming, though, will miss out here for 34. It's played up high once again. Obsessed. That's got to hurt. That has got to hurt. Snapchat Gaming.
Pancreas pass, I'm sorry, but back, sticks in the box, and it paid off as the Whiff City comes out for the first time today, and it came out to hurt him. Quick goal for him. 4:30 remaining in this one.
We'll see if they can continue the pressure, because last game they also got the early lead. They were up 2-0, and then they just got wrecked 2-2. Then they came back 4-3, and again, similar to last game, early on at the 4:20 mark.
And what a great take from Pancreas to himself and able to elude the defender in net. They're coming out strong. They do not want to drop 2 in a row.
Yeah, but again, last game they were up 2-0 and then they lost it. We'll see if placeholders can adapt as quickly as they did in game number 1. Engine needed that save. He'll find it too. Engine is misspelled, but it's still working. The miss will come through from both of those in the blue as they were looking for a strike on net. And they do miss out. Another attempt for the assault onto the orange zone. Engine, once again, we talked about him last game. He was the MVP for us, and he's doing the same here in this game as the defensive rock. Has been scored on twice, but the shots that come through, he's doing his best. And another save there from Engine, 3:46 on the clock.
Yes, and I have noticed that this placeholder team keeps putting a trailer up the field looking for that easy peasy, almost close pass from Engine in the box, but they keep looking for that pass downfield, and do it!
Wild shot, wilder than Subi and his wife on their honeymoon. 3:30 on the clock. Comeback in the zone for placeholders.
Oh, what a beautiful pass from Lantern. He saw Engine waiting in the box. He came off that corner wall. Beautiful pass right down to him. Nice, soft. He didn't have to do anything other than caress that into the net.
Can you caress me after the stream, of course?
I've been doing that while we're off camera. Isn't that what you're supposed to do at a LAN?
We can't talk about this. This is not PG-13 whatsoever. But Inviticus, as we talk about our Kappa Prides, will push forward. Will miss out, though. He was looking for the service. He found the proper channels, but no connection from the other end. More weight needed behind those passes. Now Lantern looking for the center ball. He will miss out, though. Snapchat Gaming continues their usual approach of just aggressing onto net.
Yeah, and if you look at Obsessed Taylor right now, he's cheating up the field, trying to look for a pass from Engine. It's leaving them down 2 players on defense. So far, it's hurt them in this one. But if they can get those passes down, they're going to be able to definitely roll with this one. Anytime the ball goes in the box, I always just hold my breath. It's just habit. I'm sorry.
It's like we're underwater, swimming underwater. I think that's the Rocket League song, right? Something like that. Breathing underwater is the proper song name. But Engine will miss out, and the boost comes through from Snapchat Gaming. This is an attempt. No proper strike on target, though. Inviticus looking for something. It's picked up, though, by the boys in the blue. Engine. Good bomb out of his own zone. Snapchat, though, right back over. Says, no, I want to score. He'll miss out once again, though. Graham Cracker looks for it to the right side, and nobody but an orange jerseyed Octane to intercept that ball. Engine misses out, played back towards the attacking third. There goes Lafwee. A whiff from his end, unconventional indeed. And Inviticus puts one across to Obsessed Taylor. Taylor is obsessed with himself, but can't be as obsessed with the goal just yet. A demo to come through. This is a 3v2 power play. Now a counterattack should be started for Snapchat Gaming.
They really, the placeholders that is, they really need to focus on clearing with a purpose. I've noticed all of their clears are just kind of random hits. They need to put it in a spot where this Snapchat Gaming team is not, or hit it to a teammate. And that's what they did on that last clear, and that's why it worked out so well for them. They just need to focus on keeping up that offensive pressure, not giving it away so well. Stop telegraphing passes, stop telegraphing shots. and throw the defense off. Don't play conventional Rocket League. Play weird Rocket League. It's going to throw teams off so much.
Sometimes weird is good. Sometimes people like to be weird. I'm always weird next to Subi, and he's okay with it. He likes me, I think. So I'm fine. Be weird if you want to be weird. 1 minute and 3 remaining. The Lantern looking to light it up here as he will play one up high. It's in front of his own zone. A risky pass. Engine did pull out with the clear in the end. Lafwy now looking for the bottom pocket. And Viticus, though, does have the clear. Engine now back on it. Needs a stronger clear than that one. Will actually be a passing play. You see this happen sometimes, Subi. They look to dribble it out, try to play small passes, but seems that the most often used and the best way really is just for a hard clear out of your own zone, because if you're playing like this, it's very risky, especially when you only have one goal up. It's so close, and it will be missed out once again. 30 seconds. This is Snapchat Gaming. They're trying their hardest. 28 seconds. Pancreas needs this one. He'll push one up high. Playing to the corner, though, I think it's better to play it center in a situation like that. One lander plays it back over to Engine. It's towards the midfield, and Obsessed Taylor does have the pickup once again. As the time winds down, heading to 14 seconds, you can already tell that Placeholder is ready to take this one into a game 3, because they just don't have the offensive pressure needed at this point, unless, of course, Engine drops one down over, and there's Lafwy. That should do it.
And that is exactly what this Placeholder team needs. They need to learn from Lafwy. That clear was great. Clears it all the way out of the zone. That is going to be the game number 2, and just like that, we're going to a game number 3, and this is essentially pool play and round robin, and this is all going to be best of 3. So they're taking it to the long run and giving us, all we paid for. Did we pay?
Paid? I don't think we paid. We got in here free. So.
I don't know. I got a badge, so I got to wave that when I came in, yeah.
Pretty cool badge. I like my badges. You like your badges. But yeah, it is pool play right now, so it's a round robin style. And then the players get seeded, and then they're put into a bracket. So the number 1 seed gets a bye in the first round. And then everybody else will be seeded 2 through 12 for the teams. And then they play, and then those teams end up in a winner's bracket, a loser's bracket, and we go through the tournament as a double elim. But right now, it's just setting up those seedings. But 2-1 Snapchat Gaming, they sort of did what they did in game 1. They took the lead early, 2-0. But this time, Placeholders just couldn't come back.
They really couldn't, and it just boiled down to not being able to clear the ball. They didn't have smart clears, and when they had an opportunity to basically catch that ball and dribble and run with it, they didn't. They got soft little taps on the ball right where the Snapchat Gaming team was ready to pounce, and they really need to focus. This is game 3. Yeah. These teams are evenly matched. Surprisingly, pool play, you normally see like a great and just a horrible team come out, but these people coming out, they signed up, they had to pay money, and they want to win that $1,000 prize pool.
$1,000 is a lot of dollars. That's 1,000 more than 0, so 1,000 more than I have in the bank. 451 though, and Pancreas looking for something. Engine actually drops it down and keeps this one towards the midfield. Pancreas maybe a second touch on that Dominus with the snakeskin. Looking to rattle this one across the pitch. There goes Obsessed Taylor towards the middle zone. Graham Cracker as well for a shot on target. Engine, a bit of miscommunication there with Lantern. They almost screwed that one up, but they will still be in possession of this ball as they look to push towards the blue zone. 30 seconds gone. At this point last game, Snapchat Gaming was up 2-0, and now we're at a 0-0. So definitely both teams slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, they realize that this is it for this pool. Winner is going to be moving on, and in the upper division bracket where you are going to be playing. So they don't want to lose that. And there we go. There we go.
Oh, Engine almost had that one. A minute passed, and so far, nail to nail. Engine has regardless of the net. There's Snapchat Gaming. Lafwy looking to jump on top of this one. Will miss out early, though. In comes his 2 strikers, and they bump each other in the air for the team kiss, and it's pushed back towards the attacking third for the boys in the blue, but there's a blast out of their own zone coming through from Engine once again. Oh. He was a defensive rock last game, could not convert the defense into the offensive, though. We'll see if he can do that this time around.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Engine needs to get back. Here comes Pancreas, and he gets the little tap to get that bar down, and the first goal going in a minute and a half into this game. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Snapchat Gaming team. They are putting the offensive pressure on thick.
Screw Instagram, screw Twitter, screw MySpace. Snapchat is the new big thing, and they're up 1-0. Again, this is a best of 3, so this game decides who the winner is in the end. 3:25 remaining, and this will decide who gets that higher seed, at least to start off with. And both these teams have many more games to play in the pool play, but this first game can just set up your team in terms of team confidence, team morale, to continue and do better throughout the rest of the tournament here. 3:10 remaining, and Pancras will steal the boost from Engine there as he looks to push forward. There goes Laughway. It's a floater.
Oh,
Is it
baby.
floated in though, baby? Yes, it is. 2-0, 3:04. Snapchat Gaming, again, 2 goals early. That's their style. That's how they roll.
They do roll like that, and they're rolling with these team plays. A nice passing play off that wall, and Laughway reads it perfectly. It's like they've been playing together for a little while or something, but the defender unable to get back in time, caught cheating up,
Yeah.
and you cannot do that, especially in a game number 3 where all goals matter.
I mean, cheating up is interesting. I think it's cool because Rocket League obviously does not have any offside, so you can sort of be like cherry picking the whole game. Some teams do that, but most of the time it's bad because you leave your team with only 2 defenders, and it did not go in the favor of placeholders there. And they're down 2, but they're used to this. So they've been down 2 by 2 times now. So they were able to come back in game 1, could not do it in game 2. Let's see which game they try to mimic here. Obsessed Taylor will back off, pick up a full tank of boost in an awkward position. Graham Cracker plays one up high. Second touch not found just yet. Lantern is there to push one to the right side, and comes Engine, who misses out once again. Pancreas is there, but Obsessed Taylor has the touch back towards the blue zone, and Snapchat Gaming so far has been working this ball forward splendidly. This could be super, super duper amazing, but it will be Engine just barely puts a whisker on it. Now Obsessed Taylor into the offensive. Engine there to back him up as well.
And so far, this placeholder team is actually a little bit slow in patience. Just that slight. Oh, from Pancreas.
Second chance, maybe. No. Off the back pass this one. Graham Cracker has an empty net. Nobody's home, but it still will not go in. They couldn't not find the doorbell, could not ring themselves in. 141, and Viticus Lantern is on the ground waiting for a play to come through. Maybe Engine is there as well. I guess mind games the opponent there. Looks for a second touch. Can't cut across just yet, though. A minute 30 left. Graham. There goes Pancreas. Pancreas, second touch needed. He actually, I think he meant to miss that one, maybe get a mind game going, but it did not work out whatsoever. A minute and 20, and this seems to be mimicking game number 2 here, Subi. They're down by 2, and they just can't come back. They can't find the offensive power, the manpower to put themselves any kind of shots onto the blue net.
Well, they really need to up their aggression here. They're being way too hesitant, way too passive. Being down 2 goals, only a minute remaining in this, they need to just go all out. All of them need to just be so hyper-focused on getting a goal. At this point, it doesn't matter if you give up another goal. Put on that offensive pressure. Keep your rotations tight. They're so spread out right now. They have 45 seconds, 2 goals. They need to do it now.
Yeah, placeholders has to come out with even the kitchen sink here. They've got 39 seconds to do so. It's played back center. Obsessed Taylor drops one across. There's Engine, actually a back pass. They're trying to play this methodically. Don't want to be too stupid about it, but maybe sometimes you have to play stupid. When you've got 28 seconds left, just do the best you can. Just throw the balls forward. Get yourself maybe 1 or 2 attempts is all that's left. Lantern, a much needed save here. We'll see if it matters though, as they just can't even enter the blue zone. There's a gate there and they don't have the right key. The miss will come through once again off the crossbar, but at this point, Subi, can we call it? I think this is Snapchat Gaming taking this series, giving themselves the points for the first round of pool play.
Yeah, and that is so clutch, so key to come out in this game number 1. Yeah. Taking it to round number 1, we'll call that, of our pool play, but taking it to a game number 3, and I mean, that was impressive. 2-0, not allowing many shots on net, 2 shots on net compared to the 9. I do math.
9.
Yes,
9. Yeah.
I have enough fingers and toes for that one. But I mean, you're not going to win many games giving up 9 shots on goal and only having 2 to offer to the other team. Those are going to be easily defended. So far, they need to work on their rotations. They need to work on their positioning. They're a little too spread out and a little too slow with their rotations. When they see a teammate miss or whiff, send that second guy. You have your guy in goal. Everything's going to be okay. Relax. Relax.
We'll see if the analysts agree with you. Maybe they don't. Maybe they say you're stupid. Subi's wrong. We'll find out. Back over to Unthink and Carry as they tell us what exactly went wrong there for placeholder.
All right. Thank you, Chimblade. Jumping back into this one, Carrie. pretty interesting matchup. So we got to see a nice 2-1 here for the start of the tournament. Big shift in the momentum here coming in after game one. Let's talk a little bit about, in general, placeholder. They look pretty strong starting out here.
Yeah, Snapchat in game one came very well into the start of game one. 2 early goals, and it was really placeholder having to fight their way through the end of game one. A lot of great play from Engine in the mid game, and then at the very end, Lantern finishing very well. But then in game two, we saw a very similar start to game one, but it wasn't able to finish out the same way as game one.
Yeah, Snapchat definitely had an early game mentality, and we watched that considerably. But in game 1, 2, and 3, actually, they were scoring within typically the first minute, and then maintaining a lot of midfield pressure throughout. I mean, we could talk about in general just all the overall pressure they built into the 18. We started seeing that a lot more coming out from them. Overall, Pancreas just dominating the field overall, making sure they got that early game advantage and then being able to work with his team to kind of support that momentum forward.
Yeah, and we saw that very much in the start of Game 3 as well, as they came through very strong. First goal at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and then right after that, a great passing play downfield, probably helping out their momentum as well, their morale, and the other team just wasn't able to come through and find a finish in Game 3. We'll be finding Snapchat finding their first point.
That's a good start here to the pool play. Seeing a lot of great stuff out of this one. This team's now battling out. They do have a little bit more pool play to go, so we'll see how Team Snapchat and Team Placeholder do hold out for the rest of the tournament. Jumping out now for just a second. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with a lot more PRL action here at LAN Diego, so do not go anywhere. This is PRL Live at LAN Diego 7. And we are back, bringing it to you live here from LAN Diego 7. It is PRL's fantastic very first LAN, and we are looking forward to all of the action coming forward. Want to talk a little bit about the last game we got to watch. So we got to see a best-of-3 series, one of the first ones in pool play. It was Snapchat taking on Placeholder. Kerry, I kind of want to get your thoughts on some of the better moments of that match.
Yeah, it was really Snapchat coming through in games 1 and 2. A very early start, a very aggressive team very early on. Struggled a little bit in game 1 just to come through and solidify that at the end. It was really nice to see Placeholder come through at the midpoint of the game and be able to gain a little momentum and then move forward and solidify that in game 1. They weren't able to in games 2 and 3. Kind of difficult to see that come through for Placeholder, but they'll be losing their first pool game. But there is a lot of pool games coming through, and obviously a lot of Rocket League to be played here today. So I'm excited to see Snapchat and Placeholder maybe in a couple later matches.
Absolutely. And, we got to see it, particularly in Game 2, really their offensive force shine. They got those 2 early goals in the first minute, and then they held to 0 saves. They had nothing getting past the midfield. An absolutely dominant force, and that led them with a lot of momentum into Game 3. Feeling pretty confident coming into that one overall. I mean, we're just taking a look at a little bit of the score. We had a completely scoreless game here coming in from the team Placeholder. And that's just tough to deal with. You come out of a match like that, you're going to have to go completely reset and refresh in terms of how you're going to handle that moving forward. Overall, just ultra aggression on both sides of the field here starting off that game, and then basically who was going to come out of that one really dominated the performance overall. And I mean, there's a lot of pressure here. In a LAN environment, there's $1,000 on the line, and I think as Chimblade put it very, very nicely, $1,000 is a lot of dollars.
Absolutely. Game 3, I think, was really hard for Placeholder. Engine, a very talented individual, came through very nicely, but wasn't able to come through with the rest of his team and solidify anything. It was really that early game aggression. They started off a lot, but 2 of the other players just weren't able to support him offensively and defensively. A couple quick counterattacks early in Game 3 for Snapchat did give them that final game victory. And how many pool matches are they going to be playing? Are we seeing Snapchat and Placeholder going to be playing themselves again in pool play, or are we going to look to the winners bracket after that?
Yeah, so every team will be battling out against each team in their pool. There are a set number of, so they're going to play a total of 3 pool games before they get seeded into the bracket, and then we will have a double elimination bracket moving forward. So essentially, the players have quite a bit of Rocket League ahead of them, based on how they perform. Whether they pull a full 3-0, they go 2-1, 1-2, or 0-3, they will then be seeded appropriately out through the bracket, and then they'll move forward. If they continue to win in the winners bracket or the upper bracket, those will be best of 5 matches, and then the lower bracket will be all best of 3 series. So it's a little bit riskier to play in the lower bracket. You do have the potential of being completely knocked out, but you also have shorter games. So you can kind of work into more of that sprint versus that that marathon mentality. So overall, I mean, it's a pretty they're going to be playing a pretty risky event, to say the least.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the rest of the event. It is a lot of Rocket League, 5 or 6 hours coming out here today. And in an LAN environment, it's definitely about a lot of stamina. So we'll be looking forward to seeing these guys play a lot of Rocket League today. I'm liking the crowd that we have over here. It's a lot of players, and it's really nice to see them in this LAN environment. I went to RLCS2 in Amsterdam, obviously a fantastic event, but it didn't have the players very involved. We weren't able to come through and see this kind of madness style of things as we were here setting up, and it was just a really nice just atmosphere.
And we had talked to our buddies over at DreamHack a little earlier this week and talked to them about kind of the chaos and like the work it goes into setting up a LAN and kind of building up to that event. And they were not kidding. It is a lot of work, and we are looking forward to putting on the most excellent event we can possibly here. PRL, bring it to you live here once again from San Diego State University. We've got our next matchup coming up in just a second. It is going to be Hit the Post, taking on, goodness gracious, who are they going to be playing, Mr. Carey?
That'll be Cerberus Esports. That'll be Texas Mustang Relzi, Serb champion for the side of Cerberus, and the Hit the Post is Bifo, Jez, and Dedicek. Do you remember Dedicek? It has been a long time since I've seen that name.
I've been around for quite a while, and I got to say, it has definitely been a long time. So looking forward to seeing all of the talent once again showing up for this best of 3 in pool play. And now we'll be jumping over to the casting depth to get this one cooking. It is going to be once again, give them a Southern California welcome to Chimblade and Subi Smash.
What does that even mean? What is a Southern Californian welcome?
I'm from Southern California.
So how do you say hi to people?
Hey, how you doing? No, that's East Coast.
That's
I don't
East
know.
Coast. Yeah.
I
Your geography is off. He doesn't own a compass. Everything's going wrong. But Subi, there are some celebrities here. I've
there.
seen Dapper and Tony Hawk. So
Well, most importantly, yeah, Tony Hawk. I asked him when the new game's coming out.
Yeah.
He said it's being developed as we speak. So excited for that. But not only Dapper, but
yeah.
Matt and Sis are here too.
Matt and Sis are here too. Huh. And their mothers. So it's all fun and games here. Hit the post and Cerberus. What is a Cerberus? Do you know what that is?
It's something about the Matrix, and it scares me, to be honest.
Sounds
so
like a Pokemon.
it might be.
I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe. It's an Octane type Pokemon. 5 minutes, 0-0. Again, it is another best of 3. It'll hopefully be going to a game 3 because last game went to a game 3. We were all happy about it. Let's see if the streak can continue here in pool play. Of course, these pool play matches do decide which seeding you get when we enter the official bracket to carry out the rest of the tournament in double elimination fashion. 4:38 remaining here, though. A back pass, and Giez will miss out on that one. Almost goes in. Bifo, though, has the meat. He ain't a vegan, and he's not afraid of making it loud and proud. In comes Dedicek for the play upwards. He'll go off the top, and Bifo almost able to secure goal number 1.
Right off the bat, I'm really liking what I am seeing from this hit the post team. They're already looking for passing plays, trusting in one another. And here comes Bifo, and I gotta say I've played with him before, and he is pretty good. So I'm gonna say keep your eye on him for a lot of the match. He's gonna definitely come out and put a show on.
I mean, he slaughters cows. He's probably terrible, but he's a good Rocket League player, so we'll take it. Jazz will look to put one across. Dedicek misses out completely, and Serb looking for one across with Relays on the ball. He'll miss out though, and we'll call it a back pass. I think that was a back pass. Oh no, this could go completely haywire. The pocket is found. Hit the post. Actually, it may have hit the post there a little bit, but it did go in the end.
And right here, I believe there's a bump. Yep, Bifo got a nice little bump on Realize to clear that up. And in comes Dedicek, hitting the only hole in the net that was open and taking that 1-0 lead early on in this game.
Absolute finesse and capitalization so far from hit the post. That was pretty much Cerberus with a wonky back pass. Maybe it was intentional, but it still did not go their way whatsoever. Bifo will play one towards the right wing, and comes his opposing boy in the orange. Relays over to Lum, and look at that passing play. Quick reaction speed. They are able to respond immediately almost. They are not swayed whatsoever by hit the post tied game.
And Lum was already up before that ball hit off of that back wall, reading it perfectly. You can tell he's played this game a while, and like you said, answering immediately, not wasting any time. They do not want to drop game number 1.
Yeah, so far 3 shots to Cerberus, 2 shots to hit the post, so it's a close one overall. There it is. Look at that cheeky play. Jez even has a bump, but it do not matter. Cerberus has got ants in his pants, and he wants to dance, and dance he did.
Oh, what an amazing pass for Realize. Realizing that Champion was coming up, creeping, breathing down his neck, and hitting that down low. Who goes high? Not him. Taking that lead up to 1.
Lum looking to start the kickoff nicely, but Jez is there. Bifo to back him up as well. He's looking to move forward with the second touch across. Champion, though, does have the clear. There goes Dedicek. Plays one left, and it'll be missed out. I guess they're just playing for time at this point. Bifo plays it right, lets his team recuperate, get into the proper defensive positions, and now it's Dedicek looking to push into the orange zone. Gets a couple of man-on-man or octane-on-octane action there into the corner, but it will be separated by Seb Lum as he looks to push upwards. And Lum, can he find this one? A second touch needed. The save, though, will come through, and Bifo can't finish off the clear. It's back over to possession for the boys in the orange.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened after the first minute. It kind of looks like this hit the post team is kind of starting to scramble and really falling out of their rotations. They really need to stick with that. The passing play to open up the game really worked well, and Bifo just cheating, reading that ball perfectly, and tie game right at halftime.
What a move. That's medium rare, cooked so perfectly. 2-2, 2:20 on the clock. The comeback is in check for hit the post.
Absolutely, and a beautiful pass. I didn't catch that while we were watching it live, but he saw Bifo sitting in that box, and I'm loving the passing plays so far from this hit the post team. If they keep that up, Cerberus Esports is really going to have a hard time, especially when the ball is in midair, and I'm loving the demos too. Loving those dirty demos.
So dirty, so clean, so sexy. Jez, though, won't find the finish. 2 minutes remaining here, and it's back over to the possession of Cerberus Esports. Still don't know what a Cerberus is, but they're not too bad. They're not too bad. They can keep a tie game up against Hit the Post, which has Dedechek, Jez, and Lum, or Bifo rather. So, I mean, they're keeping it close, so Cerberus must be some kind of Pokemon as Champion looks to play one upwards, but Dedechek is there. Second touch towards the midfield. Lum, it's not going to touch it, just lets Realize take care of that one, but that's a wonky touch as well. I think somebody got a pentakill behind me because they're screaming. Cerb Lum, though, has the second touch towards the right half. 1:28 remaining.
Oh, and this is going to be dangerous. Dedechek with a great little tap. Read that both defenders were trying to go for boost there. And he's up again, looking for far post. Unable to find it. A good save there from Lum. But once again, the pressure is already on from Hit the Post. They do not want to risk taking this to an overtime, but Realize having numbers 3v1.
So close there. I like the setup, but he has to get back frantically now to his own defensive end as Jez is ready for a play. He'll miss out, though. There goes Bifo. Won't find the intercept midair. It was a dogfight, but went out by the orange team as Cerberus Esports continues their assault onto the blue net. They're into the attacking half. Can't quite get it to that final third, though, and Dedechek does have the clear ready. Bifo as well towards the right corner, looking for a play center. Won't find the service. 42 seconds left. We saw this in game 1 of the last series, and it ended up going into a non-overtime, so we'll see if that repeats.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm ready for an overtime. I want to see as much Rocket League as possible today. 30 seconds to go, still tied up. Got a ping pong match, but here comes Realize, whiffing on that. And let's see what Hit the Post can do with under 20 seconds to go.
They've got this final offensive push forward. It will be blocked out. Maybe a second one here. It'll be weak, though. Dedechek plays one to the corner, needs a second touch. He won't find it as Realize comes out of his own zone instead. Jez looking to keep it up. Both these teams, I think, are caught in between a rock and a hard place. Should we keep it up? Should we let it touch the ground? We both have chances, but I think the consensus is to go into an OT, and it will be an OT, 2-2.
Yeah, and 2-2 it is, all tied up. At this point, I am really liking what I'm seeing from Hit the Post. They are working well as a team. And as I say that, Caster Curse comes in play, and only 10 seconds in, that's the game.
I'm disappointed, Risky. I'm disappointed. That was a risky Caster's Curse that you put out there, and it didn't end up going that well. So I'm a little bit disappointed in you for making that Caster's Curse happen, but hey, sometimes you curse it. Sometimes that happens.
Well,
we'll see what you do.
You can't always call them all right. That's my one mistake for the day.
You took the risk. You took the risk.
I took the risk, and unfortunately, it ended up hurting me.
Well, looking at the shot count, Subi, definitely more on Cerberus Esports, and that offensive pressure, I guess, ended up carrying them through even into the OT where it was a golden goal situation.
Yeah, and Hit the Post really, they were working well as a team, but you saw a few times, I noticed one time in particular where Jez went all the way into orange zone to pick up a full boost pad. In that situation, when the pressure's on, you can't bail out on your team. You have to just focus on getting little dimes if you're starved.
Yeah.
Do not leave your team in a 2v3 situation because that's going to result in a goal.
Well, it happened, and they ended up losing, so we'll see what happens in Game 2. What is your best and biggest piece of advice as we head into Game number 2 here for Hit the Post, because they only lost by 1?
At this point, I'm going to say skill-wise, these teams are even, but for Game number 2, right here, Chim, it's right here. Play with your brain. Be smart. Be smart, and you're going to win this.
Well, I've never played with my brain. I have played with my food before.
Well,
but never with my brain, so I don't know how that feels.
You poke certain spots, and like your foot will spaz out.
Okay. Today I learned. Hit the Post in Cerberus Esports, though, heading into Game number 2. Apparently, Hit the Post has to play with their brains and not their hearts, so
yes.
Follow logic, not emotion, is basically what Subi is saying.
Yes.
Are you a mathematician?
I am a statistician, just like our very own strangest stranger, right behind the camera right there.
You can't see him, but he's there. We promise.
There.
We promise he's there. No guarantees, though. 5 minutes on the clock. 0-0 for Game number 2. Again, Cerberus Esports is up by 1. Hit the Post has to start using that brain of theirs. Dedechek will look to push one across. Bifo for a chip early. Maybe keep this one on the high foot as somebody stole my brisk. Jez is there. Plays into the corner. Bifo ready as well, but so far it's Realized to push forward.
Yeah, and right off the bat, the pressure is already on from Cerberus Esports. A nice redirect right off the bat. I loved seeing that. A whiff coming out, and Bifo unable to find the net. He had upper 90 wide open and unfortunately went high off crossbar, but let's see if they can find something as the goal is still wide open, but unable to track that one down.
Oh, Bifo Poppy, you almost had that one. Could not get the right moves though. 4:12 remaining. Jazz looks to push forward. Will miss out. Realize played into Lun, but Lum could not find the finish. It was a hard angle to find. Definitely an obtuse one, not an acute angle like Subi Smash here. Dedacek will have to push across, but Lum drops one down. The back pass works out. Champion though can't quite find the touch he wants to push it towards the blue zone.
Yeah, Cerberus keeps flying in and getting behind the back touches on the ball, and it's really throwing off this hit the post team. They're not expecting a player to come off screen and hit the ball. Just a little tap to throw the trajectory off. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Cerberus. I mean, I like both these teams. Let's not pick favorites. That's not what we're all about, but yeah. I do like the gameplay that I am seeing from this team.
Oh, close one there, Champion though. Let's have the bump back towards the center circle. Realize now ready to push across. He's into the final third, but messes up that pass. The demo will come through. We are the champions, he's singing. Can't find the finishing touch. He tries once again. Where's the third man on the rotate? He's nowhere to be seen, and it's Lum who's just a tad late. 3:06 remaining. Still a 0-0 game here, Subi. Donuts all around. I could go for some donuts and a cup of joe right now, to be honest.
Oh, when can you not? And what a pass across the field, and realizing that was going right to him and has to redirect that into the net. Beautiful passing play.
Oh, that is beautiful. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to wait until we get to the next kickoff because that was sexy.
That was indeed. That could have been in a Victoria's Secret magazine. It looked so good. Well done. I told you those team plays were looking so good.
Victoria's Secret. I'll take it. Now we know where Subi shops, and there's goal number 2. Not quite Victoria's Secret. Maybe Toys R Us, though. Maybe Toys R Us. 2:52, and a Cerberus, again, finds an empty net, finishes it.
Well, and once again, it was off of a passing play. This hit the post squad needs to realize that Cerberus Esports, they're looking for each other. They're playing Team Rocket League. They're not trying to play this as a 1v1, v1, v1, v1.
Too many ones. Yeah. Too many ones. More ones than binary, and Realize we'll push one towards the left half. There goes Bifo. He's at SD LAN in case you guys had no idea what on earth we're doing or where we're doing it from. It is indeed San Diego LAN. Jez plays one to the corner. In comes Lum for another attempt, but will be intercepted and denied by Dedacek. Another play forward. Cerblum has the touch once again. He's been super good on the defensive. He's been the one pushing his team forward. Like, look at that, 2 assists. He's got the only 2 assists of the game. He's keeping his team alive here, and he's doing well.
Yeah, and he's the guy that has been sliding in from behind to get those weird little taps. And their rotations are on point. Their passing plays are on point. They're feeling good. They are feeling this LAN environment, and I got to be honest, I'm feeling them emotionally right now, not physically, because I don't think that's allowed. I don't think my badge allows that here.
You're bringing emotions into this? I thought you were logical.
Oh, yeah.
You talked about the brain. You have to use our brain, and now you're getting all emotional.
Now I'm back to the heart.
Okay, so now you're
I said
an artist. Okay, fair enough. Realize drops one down as we're talking about absolutely nothing, giving the viewers nothing interesting. And 3-0, 146 on the clock. This is Cerberus Esports coming in red hot.
Yeah, Champion wanted to get on the scoreboard and does so well. And Realize coming out, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's 2 goals for him in this one. That's 3? That's the hat trick.
Pulled a bunny out of a hat, and what the heck happened? Nobody's home. It's a kerfuffle. Kerfluffle? Is that what that word is?
Kerfluffle?
I think it's a word. I don't know, but that's what it was, and it's 1-3 now.
I don't know. I don't eat Indian food, but I do know that was a complete breakdown on defense, and you cannot have that because this team is going to take advantage of that. 1-3, a minute 40 to go. They're still okay in this one. There's still plenty of time.
I'm still a little bit confused by your Indian food comment, and I'm trying to like
Falafel?
Process that. Yeah.
Falafel?
The
Isn't that Indian food?
No, that's Greek, but it's okay.
Oh, well.
It's okay. It's okay. Dedacek will play one up high. Realize looking to drop one back down towards the center. There's Champion. Gets an inside cut. Has to beat 2 more defenders. A tough task. A mountain he will not climb just yet. A play to come forward now from Lum as he looks for the blue target. He will miss out once again. And a minute and 10 remaining, Subi. 2 goals needed for Cerberus to even stay alive. Oh my God. Cerberus finds goal number 4. Hit the post, now has to score 3 goals if they want to stay in it.
And that is going to be quite difficult. That's about 1 every 20 seconds. but Champion reading that perfectly, and this squad of Cerberus Esports is playing so well together. They're going to be extremely difficult to take down in this tournament. I'm so glad that we have some teams coming out, showing off the Rocket League skills, showing off why this esport is fantastic.
That's like what, now 15 seconds for each goal for hit the post, and they have to play very spicy if they want to do anything like chicken curry tama masala, which is actually an Indian food. So there you go, not kerfluffles, but 41 seconds left as we are being definitely racist. Realize we'll miss out though, Jez rather, to play one towards the center, and comes Serb. I guess he just left the ball to live on its own, did not want to bother it, and at this point, Subi, I'm going to call it because I can. Cerberus Esports winning this one in game number 2, 2-0 in the series.
I think that's a fair assumption. It's not going to have the caster curse effect like mine did. That's going to be pretty difficult, especially 15 seconds ago. If they get one every 5 seconds, Shice, can we just give them the $1,000? Is that allowed? Probably not.
He actually turned around and asked Shice, in case you guys are wondering. But 5-1 at this point. It is the point of no return. It is the climax of the story, and
look at Lum.
So good.
Look at Lum. He is just, he doesn't care. He wants to win. He does not care about putting his face on the wall. He'll sit back. He'll have his arms folded, and it's all good. As long as he's setting up his teammates, he is happy. As long as that orange side number is larger than the blue side, I think he's okay with that.
I think that's how Rocket League works.
I think.
If the orange side number is bigger, like 5, right?
Yes.
As opposed to 1. If the alligator mouth points to the 5,
okay,
then 5 is bigger than 1.
Where's the 5?
It's an inequality. The 5 is
5's
here.
over there.
This
So
is the alligator mouth, and this is the 1.
We're not going this way. We're going that way.
Do we even have to pass it off to the analysts? Because I think we just did an amazing job.
I think that analysis is about as good as you're going to get in Rocket League. The alligator mouth, some people don't know how to use that, so they're learning. They're learning.
It's whichever one wants to eat because it's bigger. It's hungry. Well, we'll take it back to the analysts. Maybe they have some actual information about what happened. 5-1 for Cerberus in game number 2. They take the lead. Back to you, Unthink.
So, the alligators, which one?
I think when you do this. Wait, no, this.
Wait, this
it's
one?
your right hand.
Okay, something like that?
I think a little bit. Oh, dear.
Oh, man. What a great game, though. So our first 2-0 here, and a nice dominant performance here coming from Cerberus Esports. Game 1, feeling a bit conservative. They got off to a little bit of a slower start than we kind of expected. The goals start rolling in around the 3-minute, 3:30 mark. And then we started seeing like a lot of solid support from the Cerberus side, definitely and they dominate and allow Texan to kind of be that striker role in that situation.
Yeah, Lum is the name in game. Found a lot of great opportunities and just came through really nicely in game 1. Able to solidify that one a little bit to get started, but once they did get started, they maintained a lot of momentum, and they actually carried that very nicely into game 2 as well.
There was a lot of it just felt like in game 1 like they were missing a little bit from hit the post. A lot of their rotations, their cycles were just a little bit off, and you kind of saw that story kind of building into the mid game, and really just kind of a dominant force, allowing kind of Realize to set up Lum for a lot of solid play. In game 2, they came out all guns blazing. It was an absolutely dominant performance coming out of that one. Just everything that we got to see out of Serb. They missed the third man play kind of coming on the 3-minute 20 mark, but then you saw a lot of strong plays. They made up for that one at the 3-minute for their first goal. And overall, they kind of shifted and allowed Realize to play more of that striker role and let Texan kind of sit back and let just everyone kind of work that way forward. And it was fantastic. Just a fantastic offensive start for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Realize coming through so nicely in game 2. Solidified 2 quick goals, passed it off for his teammate for the third, and then we saw one response from Dedicek later in the game, but at that point the momentum was fairly solid. They came through with their 4th with about a minute remaining and finalized with their 5th, and that's a 5-1 Alligators right there coming through at the end of game 2. And
we're going to figure it out. I know we're going to figure it out. Eventually.
We need tutoring from Chimblade, honestly.
Yeah,
obviously the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, good 2-0 for Cerberus. They'll be finding themselves doing well in this early round.
An excellent start for pool play in general. Folks, if you are just joining us, welcome to LAN 7, brought to you by PRL. We're bringing you all of the finest here with the LAN team. I mean, this was just a great match in general. I mean, if you had to call an MVP, just kind of out of the match, who would you kind of be looking at?
So in total, it was a lot of support from Realize to get Lum, Texan Mustang, the MVP in my mind in Game 1. But then with his performance in Game 2, it was definitely Realize, and I think we can both agree on that point.
Yeah, there was a lot of play just in general. Realize being able to work within the 18, kind of managing the control in that chaos, being able to handle positioning just behind the defenders. You see both defenders kind of go in for the initial push out to get that clear, and the second that they were opened up to any kind of mistake, he was there in perfect positioning to be able to close that one across the line. So overall, definitely got to say Realize, although Texan overall at Lum, a close second, handling a lot of great play out of there. Hit the post, just kind of fell behind, especially in Game 2, and that's a tough one to have to deal with. But we do have another matchup coming out of pool play. We will be watching Bad Touch taking on Simple Geometry. Do we have any notables coming out of that one?
Let's go through their rosters real quick. On Simple Geometry, no Overwatch players in the Rocket League tournament, unfortunately. Average Donut, Beard Hammer, and Dino coming through on that team.
Great
and
names.
on the opposite side, Bad Touch is Ocho Mia, El Yoda, and someone that we know fairly nicely, Mr. Fox.
Ooh. Fox will be joining. Actually, we got to hang out with Fox last night, so it's going to be a pretty interesting one to see him here on the pitch, making it happen. Another great game coming to you live here. Jumping back over to the casters now, and then hopefully they figured out the alligators at this point. Maybe. We'll jump over to them now.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a work in progress. We got lots of time here today, so certainly plenty here for Chim to figure that one out. Jumping back to Chimblade and Subi Smash.
All these guys do is make fun of me, and I'm okay with this because I know simple geometry. A squared plus B squared equals
C squared.
We did it. That's the Pythagorean theorem for you folks at home, and as was promised by the lovely analysts sitting oh so close to me. Bad Touch and Simple Geometry up for this one. Coming into this one, we talked about Fox. We know Dino, I think, as well. We've seen him around. So, any predictions?
No predictions because I said I would make one mistake, and I'm not going to let it happen again. But I do see that there is a beard hammer present.
Where? I don't.
There's a beard hammer.
There is a beard hammer. Do you have a beard hammer?
I have a beard, just a ball peen hammer, just a little. It's not that big.
What does one do with a beard hammer?
Well, you work on your house with it. You can pluck a hair off and utilize it as pipe tape. Stuff like that. Manly stuff,
Right. I wouldn't know about manly stuff.
No.
We'll figure it out, folks. And
I want to find this beard hammer guy.
I don't know where he is. We should bring somebody in. Do you guys want us to bring somebody in and have an interview? A quick interview?
I think we should.
We should just get somebody, put him on camera, and be like,
we have to see if he lives up to his name. Does he even have a beard, or does he have a hammer? Does he have one or the other, or does he hide a hammer in his beard?
Maybe his beard is in the shape of a hammer.
That would just put him on a whole nother level. I like that.
I don't know. I want to grab somebody who has a beard. Doobie! You can't hear me. We should grab Doobie and talk to him. Doobie's coming. We're going to get Doobie. Everybody in chat, say hey guys to Doobie because he's about to be on camera. Doobie, come here. We're getting you on camera. Doobie. Come here. This is Doobie, folks. He's one of the managers. He's got a beard, and he's cute. Look, he's turning red. He's turning red like a tomato.
He's used to being behind the scenes, putting zeros and ones and doing all that coding stuff, so he gets a little shy when the camera's pointed towards him, but he's cute and beautiful, and we'll keep him around.
I mean, we've got a screen up there showing everybody. You can see him, yeah. So he's watching himself right now on screen, and he's happy about that. So thank you so much. Hopefully there were some hey guys in the chat, but
Doobie fruffled the beard. He got up in there. Wow.
It happens.
It's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm accepting of it.
Beard oil here. Oh, this isn't beard oil, but
well, we could try it out. I don't know.
Should I try it?
No, well, probably not. It'd get all sticky and
I've heard
gross.
It's risky. I don't know.
That is risky.
Taker. I'm an introvert. I'm not a risk taker.
Aren't we all?
Okay. Oh.
How's that sugar?
Tastes like Dominus.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, but I think we should stop bannering and talking about nonsense.
I agree. But isn't
Why
that what
joined?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty hard communicating with them when you have to walk right there to talk to them.
I mean, Doobie, are they going to join? Are they going to join, Doobie?
Are we going to play a game?
They have an AFK player. AFK stands for away from kerfluffles, in case you guys didn't know at home. And
Indian food. That's right up my alley.
You know, but we're gonna go to a quick break, so you don't have to hear our voices talking about random things like why brisket and alligators and Indian food somehow mesh together. My name is Jim Blade. He's Subi. We're going to a break. We'll be right back with the next pool play round. Do not go anywhere.
And we are back. PRL presents LDS7. I'm Unthink at the analyst booth here with Carrie Taz. We've got another match coming up here in just a second. It's going to be Bad Touch taking on Simple Geometry. But overall, how's it feel to be at the LAN right now?
It's insane. I mean, there's announcements always coming over the loudspeakers. There's players running back and forth. There's people in cosplay just running around and charging money to take pictures with. And it's just it's a very bizarre.
We should do that, by the way. We should charge for photos with us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I already have the business cards and all that set up.
Ooh.
Don't worry. You can come along for the ride.
Look at you all prepared and ready to go here. So looks like we're going to be jumping into our next match. In just a second, we'll be taking a look at Bad Touch and Simple Geometry jumping in. This is our round 3 of pool play. Overall, it's been pretty interesting. We've had one overtime, we've had a 2-1, and then we've had a 2-0 kind of come out of that second matchup. Pretty exciting Rocket League, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. The skill level of the guys here at the LAN, for what we've seen so far, is actually fairly close with that 2-1 first round that we were able to stream and cast. It was obviously very, very close in that first round. So it was nice to see that we're not seeing, the lower end of teams. We obviously do have a fairly I suppose we'll talk about them later, but we do have a power team coming through, Neapolitan. We'll talk about them in a little bit.
They've got all 3 flavors, that is for sure. So it's going to be an exciting match coming up here. We're jumping into Bad Touch and Simple Geometry in just a second. Jumping over to the casters. We've got Chimblade and Simi Smash. I hope they're ready. They have taken the risk. Bring it to you live, boys.
I've taken more than just that risk, but I've taken many, including coming here with Unthink. That's the biggest risk anybody could ever induce upon themselves. And there's an AFK player. You have a couple of ideas about where he might be?
Yeah, there's a cosplay going on. He's probably that guy up there in the costume. I don't know. But he needs to get up here. Hey! He heard me. He's coming.
He's back. We have a game. Ocho, Yoda, and Fox. Although it's spelled with the 7, I don't know what that's about, but some gamers like to use like 4 for A's, 5 for S's. It's a thing that gamers do.
So, can I be honest? For the longest time, up until meeting him yesterday, I thought his name was 7ox.
7ox. Oxen?
Oxan.
Yeah. Roxanne. That's a good song. But it will be coming through from Dino. He's trying to be the police here. Will miss out as Yoda has a clear out of his own zone. 10 seconds already gone, and not too much action as usual. Ocho. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't speak Chinese. But Yoda will play one back across. Fox misses out. Yoda there to back him up, though, and heading into the 4:35 mark here, Subi. What do you see?
I saw some Whiff City right there from Yoda. The nerves coming through as he realizes we're on the big screen right now. And we are being put on display, just like his skills. And Yoda off the crossbar to himself, in for the first goal.
Did Dino touch that? I could have swore I saw Dino. Let's see the replay here, but Yoda definitely got that touch. Yeah, I think Dino got the second one. Oh, I think he pool shotted him.
He almost did. Either way, that's the wrong net if you're Dino, but didn't really have a play on the ball. No real other option other than to hit it into his own net, and unfortunately, that is going to put him down early on in this game. But from what I have seen so far, I have the utmost faith and confidence in this Simple Geometry team.
We'll see what they can do. They have to figure out the Pythagorean theorem because the hypotenuse is always larger than the other two sides. Don't know how that somehow relates to this game, but I said it anyways because I can Subi Smash. And
you just wanted to seem smarter than me because I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what a hypotenuse is?
I don't know. A hypothesis?
Hypothesis, yeah. It's like a scientific method. Hypothesis always first, but right now Dino looking to have an experiment onto the net. There goes Beardhammer testing his hypothesis. Can he score? The answer is false. Yoda will play one to the right side. Dino there to meet and greet them. Average donut. Not sensational whatsoever, just your plain old jelly donuts, nothing like a glazed donut to make that shot go in, and he gets a demo.
Very nice demo coming out. Almost results in a turnover, but they're unable to get a full possession on that ball. Nice fake, we're going to call it, from Average Donut. This ball going down into blue zone. And let's see if they can get a team play together. Beardhammer trying to take it himself. He needs to realize that his teammates are pushed up. Best option there is to push it either left or right and hit one in Ocho. Looking for the Cinco, going down in numbers, but unable to find Fox rotating in box.
Fox rotating into the box. Look at his luscious locks. That's what Subi just said. And Fox will continue the aggression, but it's stopped out by Bearded Hammer, throwing out the hammer this time to keep this one at bay. In comes Fox once again. Double Whiff City. Both teams are residents of that city, and the mayor seems to be Dino. Average Donut that will push one across. Plays one center. It's way too wide. And it'll be back over to the blue zone here. Ocho looking for a defensive stop. He'll find the first touch. Needs the second one, though. Misses out once again, and it's an absolute kerfluffle in that corner. Fox finally can be off to the races. Just for a little bit, not for long, though. Not sly or slick enough to make that one happen. 1-0 still for Bad Touch.
And I noticed Fox playing very smart, getting that light tap to actually turn the ball over, but he did get a boost steal, and I like seeing that early on in this pool play. Smart play coming out, doing everything possible to throw off this Simple Geometry team, and so far it's working. They're able to hold on to this 1-0 lead as we slowly creep into the second half.
It's definitely been a quiet game, though. Look at this. Both teams only have one shot apiece. So nobody really doing much damage on the final thirds of the pitch. Somebody just got a pentakill for the second time here because the League of Legends people are screaming. We'll be excited eventually. I don't know if you can pentakill in Rocket League, but maybe you can put Teemo into the jungle. Who knows? Right now it's Yoda looking for a shot, and he does find it. That's the lead once again, retained and extended for Bad Touch.
Yeah, and Beardhammer falling down, really unable to kind of gain control of his car again, unable to get high enough. The Jays were not laced up tight enough, and that is going to be a 2-goal lead for Bad Touch.
Apparently Rocket Cars now have to lace up their Jays. Today I learned Yoda will miss out. There goes Average Donut towards the corner, and Dino, a head-to-head battle up against Ocho. The Spaniard will win out, and comes Donut once again. Oh my god, you cheeky boy, cheeky boy. Will miss out, though. Beats two defenders, can't finish it for the third defender, and comes Beardhammer. This time throwing out the beard, looking sexy, keeping his team alive in the far corner. He's down by 2, and he's got a minute. I mean, at this point, what does Simple Geometry do? They've only got 58 seconds.
It's going to sound like I'm going to be beating on the same drum all night, especially early on right here, but a missed opportunity there. You have to be able to capitalize on any opportunity coming across the box, especially with the wide open net. But they really need to focus on their rotations. I've noticed they're slow in those. And the positioning. Nobody is here in this corner right now to put pressure on the ball, and here they come. 15 seconds a pop for a goal to tie this thing up. Highly unlikely, but definitely possible.
Dino looks for a center play, but Ocho will stop him out. Yoda now up against Dino in the air. It's a good pass to Beardhammer, but Average Donut now has to continue the pressure. This is, I don't know, they can maybe score 1. I don't know if they can do 2. It'll be tough. Donut looking to make it happen here. He's got 8 seconds now. At this point, Simple Geometry can maybe hope for 1 goal, set themselves up for some momentum into Game 2.
Yeah, it's looking much like Bad Touch is going to be carrying this momentum from game number 1 into game number 2. I really liked the showing that they put on. Yoda, Fox, and Ocho looked pretty well together, but obviously, as you look at the scoreboard, Yoda carrying this team to victory.
Yeah, Fox and Ocho have 75. Like, that's what I meant. It was a very quiet game. There wasn't much. Most of the game happened in the midfield, which is why you don't see points, because you get points from saves, from clears, from shots on target, stuff like that. But almost the majority of the game, 80% I'd say, was spent in the midfield. So the points are so, like 75, 65, that's so low for a usual Rocket League game.
Yeah, and 3 shots on net from Yoda, and I want to say all 3 of those were basically on a breakdown on the defense from Simple Geometry. It wasn't like there were any crazy team plays coming in, any crazy passes through the box or anything like that. He just simply capitalized on the simple mistakes from Simple Geometry. And I don't know math, so all geometry to me is very advanced and hard. So let's see if they can live up to their name and make it a little more simple. Just play Rocket League at this point.
I mean, you're a statistician who doesn't know math? Okay. No questions asked here as we head into game number 2 on Manfield Night. Once again, of course, it is the newest map, and I think pretty much everybody in the community loves it. Psyonix did an amazing job with this map. It just looks dapper, really. It looks dapper.
Where is he?
Dapper?
Oh, he's over there. Yeah,
he's somewhere. He's somewhere here.
He's looking dapper.
Yeah.
That's
always,
for sure.
Always and forever.
I mean, this just makes it feel like a professional environment. You got the flags waving in the background. All we're missing is a Vuvuzuela, and we had one of those, but I don't know where it went.
In case you don't know what a Vuvuzuela is, it is the really annoying horn they play at soccer games or football games if you're into that Euro stuff. But yeah, that's what a Vuvuzuela is, and Yoda will miss out early, and comes Ocho. Yoda, though, is backing off. Maybe a bit of miscommunication where he just decided that they don't want to over-aggress early, that they don't want to take too many risks and drink the brisk only 20 seconds into the match.
You do not want to take that risk. and drink that brisk if you're not ready for what it's going to bring to your palate, because it's pretty sweet.
It's scrumptious. I don't know if that applies to drinks, but it's scrumptious. And
I think so.
okay, we'll take it then. Fox looking for a sly shot. We'll find one to
Oh.
Ocho. Interesting delayed rotation there from Ocho to keep the ball in the orange zone. He knew he couldn't get the shot on, so he decided to keep it at least in the blue zone. And it almost works out there as the shot is just a little bit too high. Hits the woodwork there, and Average Donut now looking for a play across, but Ocho and Yoda have a pinch shot to put on target. They've popped the pimple 1-0 for bad touch.
And that's a bar down right there. Thank you very much, good sir. But a wonderful clear all the way downfield, and that's exactly what you want to do when you are hitting that ball out of your own zone. Try to make the other team scramble and catch them off guard, and that's exactly what they did. Caught them pushing up way too hard, and once again, here we go.
See, Poppy, Fox can't find the finish. Yoda has to back off. Plays this one back into the corner. That was an early attempt, and it was close. We have to see more of that stuff, and I think we will just because of the play style that Bad Touch seems to have adopted. Very aggressive, quick on the rotates on the offensive, but we'll see how much trouble they're put in once the ball is put into the blue zone, because it really hasn't. So far, we've seen no shots at all from Simple Geometry, not even any saves officially. So again, the game is pretty much restricted to the midfield, and when the ball does get to the attacking thirds, it's always into the orange zone. The blue zone finally is seeing some action, and Dino looking to keep it into the attacking third, but Ocho plays it out with a nice and strong clear from his own zone.
Yeah, and once again, it's just that momentum is carried on into game number 2 from Bad Touch, and a missed opportunity once again from Simple Geometry. They had all 3 defenders out of the net and out of box, and honestly, you have to capitalize on that. You have to score when the other team gives you that opportunity.
Well, this is an opportunity here for the boys. Ocho and Yoda, they won't find the finish, though, and Bad Touch still sitting at only a 1-goal lead, which isn't too bad. And I think it's actually not that bad at all in this game because the game has been so quiet, has been so constricted to the midfield that a 1-0 lead is actually nice to have at this point because of how this game is playing out. So usually we'd say a 1-goal lead is maybe not the best, but I think the teams are so quiet and so passive in their playstyle that you can hold on to it if you really want to.
Yeah, and they're honestly missing such simple hits. I don't know if it's the nerves. I don't know what is going on, but I've seen a few open nets and a Feels backflip there. Ocho with a great pass down to Fox. Fox pops that up, and Yoda gonna look to, no, he bails out, and all 3 players from the Bad Touch squad leave that ball, and this could go into Simple Geometry's favor.
Well, let's see if they can do it. Beardhammer is on this one. Looking to put that nail into the coffin here for his team. He will find it too, 1-1. They're trying to set up the coffin, find Bad Touch, lead them to their deaths, but it's a tie game so far.
And a great read from Beardhammer. It's kind of a soft hit as it hit the bottom of his car, but Fox unable to get a handle on it as it came just a little too quick for him. And just like you say, this thing is all tied up as Simple Geometry. Their backs are really pressed against the wall, and they cannot lose this game.
We're seeing so many more shots through this game. Although it has been passive, both teams are definitely looking to push out of their comfort zone, be the aggressors, and so far it's been Bad Touch with 4 shots on net to the Simple Geometries 2, but it's a tie game in the end, so it doesn't matter, and the 5th shot will go in. Yoda takes the lead right back for his team, 144. It's Yoda in the lead.
And the Yoda and Fox show present again in this one. A great read coming out from Yoda, realizing that's going to wrap around super fast, goes far post, and just has to give it an ever-gentle tap.
Can you give me an ever-gentle tap on the shoulder, maybe? Thank you. Oh, I feel so warm and fuzzy inside now. Hopefully Yoda feels warm and fuzzy as well, because this game could be what gives him the win in this series. It is a best of 3 in this game. Will secure the win for Bad Toucher as they are playing this one towards the midfield. Ocho is ready. It's pushed back center. Beardhammer, though, should have a clear out of his own zone. He'll play one to the right half. Swinging across, though, is Yoda. Fox ready in the middle as well. It's played upwards. Fox can't find the finish, and it's still 2-1 at the 113 mark now. Average Donut, you can tell he's trying so hard to center these balls up, but as soon as they go center, somebody like Yoda is there to clear him right back out.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious as to why Simple Geometry is playing very clean Rocket League. Not many bumps, not many demos. At this point, 1 minute left, and this is it. If they lose this, they need to get down and dirty. Just get in the trenches and do whatever it takes to put a goal in the net. You need it wide open. So why not get a bump? Why not get a demo? bring something different to the table.
Ooh, going back to the World War I tactics of playing from the trenches. In comes Bearded Hammer, pushing one center. Dino will get the tap, but it's wide. I like the attempt. I like how aggressive they are. They're playing into open space and then having somebody else get into that open space to connect with it. Another attempt there, but it's saved once again by Ocho, who's been doing splendid so far on the defensive side and the offensive. He's got 3 shots, a goal to his name, a save to his name. Overall, definitely the MVP for Bad Touch.
Yeah, he's putting on a show, that's for sure. And in this game number 2, I really like the teamwork that I have seen come out from Simple Geometry. They're doing a great job.
Oh, maybe we're still holding our breaths here. There's one more chance. Won't happen, unless, of course, this happens. Let's see. Can they drink the brisk? That's what it's down to.
Oh, no.
It's sweet and sugary. There's lemon inside, and that'll be it. Bad Touch ends up winning this series 2-0. We saw a 2-0 last series, another 2-0 this series, and so far it's been looking pretty good. The games are actually way closer than I expected. Like, for being pool play games, they're so close.
No,
so close.
Exactly. You're used to seeing just one dominant team. And I know we have that one dominant team here. We haven't streamed them yet, but for everyone else, they're really equal as far as the skills go.
Yeah.
I mean, this was really in favor of Bad Touch. That Simple Geometry goal was a great passing play. It was nice, but they are going to really have to focus on that teamwork, that smart rotations, carrying themselves on through this tournament. Because once you get in that double elimination bracket, that's where you don't want to lose. You can lose here. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, even if you get into the winner's bracket, you have a chance to lose. But if you get a bad seed, end up in the loser's bracket, it's like, what do I do now? Just throw your hands up in the air, maybe pray PRL saviors in the chat. But 2-1 for Bad Touch in game number 2. We'll head it back over to the analysts as they break down so specifically and so beautifully what exactly went wrong there for Simple Geometry. So, and think, take it away with your sexy face. Oh my God, what are we even doing?
A little bit, definitely more conservative play than we've seen really out of the other games we've seen him out of pool play.
Yeah, definitely. It was really bad for Simple Geometry. That early own goal from Dino, it set the pace for the rest of the series, and it wasn't a very quick pace. The second goal coming through from Bad Touch, very soon after the own goal from Dino, Yoda was credited with both. Just kind of solidified it there in game 1, and it was such a strange game. A lot of good possession coming out for Simple Geometry, but largely no results. And it was kind of frustrating to see that game, and it just felt like nothing was really solidified there.
It did feel like midfield possession was a key part of the play to kind of make this one work for Simple Geometry, but they weren't able to kind of formulate anything really within the 18 at all. They struggled with most of their sets, and they were quickly knocked out by the defense here coming in from Bad Touch. I mean, overall, we look at game 2, and it seemed like Bad Touch came in with the right mindset to completely knock out Geometry. It felt like a very slow game up until about the last 30 seconds when we really started to see like the all-in play. They almost woke up and realized, hey, this is pool play, this is critical. And I think we saw this conservative play coming from the fact that this game decided the final seeding for their pool bracket. And now we did see Bad Touch is going to come in through that. So now after all these pool matches, we're jumping into the first games of bracket play. And overall, I mean, these teams are all showing out to win.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of close matchups. We're not really seeing blowouts. We are seeing some dominance from one of the teams, but it's really a pretty close matchup. So it's been nice to see these teams come through. Those bracket games will be best of 5, so we start to see these games kind of transition into a little bit more stamina, a lot more Rocket League coming through for that upper bracket. It is a double elimination, so they will have a second chance to come back and meet back up in the grand finals.
Yep, so there is a lot of Rocket League to be played. And folks, if you are just joining us, welcome to PRL presenting the LDS7 here at San Diego State University. I'm Unthink here with Carrie Taz. We want to give you guys a shout out. Don't forget to hit the follow button and catch all of the future PRL events we put on weekly tournaments. We've got lots of great stuff to show you, but today is for $1,000. And once again, as Jim said, $1,000 is a lot of dollar reduce.
Yeah, it's a lot of dollar reduce. $1,000 is definitely something worth fighting for, and each team is going to be fighting all day, basically. We started a couple hours ago, and we have plenty more Rocket League for you. So please don't go anywhere. We'll have a lot of fantastic Rocket League coming here.
Excellent. Yes, we shall. And folks, don't forget the sponsors there just below us. Do not forget to give them some love, because they are definitely what is making this huge prize pool possible. So we'll be back with bracket play in just a second. We'll give you a little bit of a rundown on who is seeded and where everyone stands after pool play in just a second. So do not go anywhere. This is PRL live from Lan Diego. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back, bringing you the very first matches here out of bracket play. I'm Unthink once again with the Carry Taz. We're jumping into our first one here, so these folks just got out of pool play, and who will we be seeing?
We're going to be seeing Lotus and Knet Laces. They're coming through with an 0-2 in their pool play, so they're pretty lucky to be coming through early here in the early rounds of this upper bracket. So 1-1 for Lotus in their pool play, coming through fairly nicely. Can we get some rosters? I see a fancy page over here that will be giving us a little more information on that. Boba Booyah,
Booyah!
the other Jason, and Ragriz coming in on Knock It Laces. On the other side of the field, we do have Venny, Draxion, and Mikey Rules 39940. So not familiar with any of these players. And we might be looking at kind of the lower end of the pool play, you know, a 1-1 and a 0-2. It's going to be weird. It's going to be not conclusive what we're going to be seeing in this first game here.
I mean, I love the names. I am concerned about who the original Jason was and why the other one is here at this moment. But other than that, yeah, no, it's going to be a pretty good game. So we have a best of 5 coming up. The rest of the upper bracket will be a best of 5. And the matches from this one will determine who goes down to the lower to battle out in those best of 3s. So just a little bit of information about the bracket if you guys haven't looked at it just yet. The top 4 did advance out of pool play, so that was Neapolitan, Starfish, Cerberus, who we saw earlier, and Bad Touch, who you just saw conclude their matches. Those players will be moving on to the next automatically here for the winners bracket. So overall, those guys get a little bit of rest. They get to kind of, stay sharp, but at the same time, they don't have to battle their way through a little bit. So that does help their play sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at the roster of Neapolitan and based off the play that we saw from Cerberus and Bad Touch, it's not surprising that they secure the top 4 spots. Starfish, I'm actually not that familiar with. Viking King, Twice the Tang, and Univ. It kind of starts to make sense once you look at that roster. So hope they do well in that next round. But we're gonna have to see quite a bit of play before we get to them. As we do have a little bit of bracket work to do, and these best of 5s might take a little while.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? This is a bit more of, we talked about it earlier, it's a bit more of a marathon than a sprint. You talk about best of 5s. We do see reverse sweeps in these kind of scenarios. You don't see them nearly as often in the best of 3s. But it is definitely going to be a big shift for these teams to moving into the longer matchups here. And overall, it's still a ton of energy here at LAN Diego. We've been talking to some of the players at the breaks, getting some information from them, and everyone is just so hyped and so ready to go. So, overall, I'm looking forward to these matches coming up.
No, absolutely. They should be very very nice matches coming through, and we should be hopping into those soon. Do we have an update on the status of these matches? It looks like we're getting the players kind of wrangled together, and we should be able to hop into that next match soon.
Yep, wrangling up, lassoing them in. So, folks, we're going to jump over to the casters here. Chimblade and Subi Smash. You know him, you love him, and they are keeping him held hostage. Jumping over to him, boys. How you feeling?
Kidnapped. My heart's being kidnapped by Subi Smash. Nothing else, just my heart. He's got it locked up in his safe, and he's the only one who has the key, so he can't do anything about that. Did you swallow the key? I think you swallowed the key at the end. So.
That's really the only way to do it. It's the most secure way, I do believe. Unthink, you're looking very good today. Carrie, you're on point. I just got to say, this is a great environment. You guys get to see all this fun stuff happening behind us. I wish I could turn the camera around and show you everyone that's working so hard to make this possible. So I wanted to extend a thank you to all of them. They're not paying attention, but, one of these days they might.
Maybe. Who knows? They're paying attention to the game, though, because it is Lotus and Knock It Laces, a best of 5. Every single winner's bracket game will be a best of 5. So in case you don't know what that means that you have to win 3 to win. That is pretty much how math works. And right now it's 0-0, 4:40 on the clock as the other Jason, not that one Jason, but the other Jason looks to go up, but Booyah almost finds one on target. There goes Razgriz, and he'll miss out. Mikey looking for a play, and there's Mike Wazowski now pushing forward for his team. The other Jason, though, does have the clear upwards, and Draxion will be there to meet the ball, push it back towards the orange zone.
Yeah, and right off the bat, it really looked like Knock It Laces were unable to get that ball into the back of the net, obviously, but thankfully Lotus able to get a nice clear downfield, put some offensive pressure back on Knock It Laces, and Mikey putting the pressure on thick and putting the first goal in net.
That is a big, big scare. They'd be happy about that one at Monsters University. Mike Wazowski, 1-0, 4:08 on the clock. That is an excellent start for Lotus.
If that was the real Jason, could he have made the save? Or
maybe. I don't know. Is the other Jason better than the real Jason?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Are there any Jasons in the chat? If you're a Jason and in the chat, please press 1. Mikey, though, does have the clear. He'll push one across. There goes Venny.
Oh.
Venny! Oh, my
no.
God. He came. He missed. That's what happened. He did not see. 3:54. No, Venny Vidi Vici, I think is the Latin phrase there. Right? That's a thing? Venny Vidi Vici?
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for.
I saw something. But it happened, and I conquered. That's what it is. 2-0 at 3:43, and they conquer. Knock It Laces 2-0 in the lead now.
Mikey with a great bar down all the way from midfield. Nice 45-mile-per-hour shot. And once again, the other Jason unable to get up high enough to make the save. So far, this game is definitely in Lotus's favor.
Yeah, speaking of shots as well, they've put 4 on target. Knet Laces has got nada. Donuts all around. We talked about donuts and a cup of joe being nice in the morning, but it's already late afternoon in most regions of the United States, so definitely not the time for donuts. Maybe some pork chops, really.
I'm more of a ribeye kind of man, but pork chop, it's okay every once in a while. Or a wonderful taco, like the ones we had last night. But Mikey keeping that pressure up, and Draxion not skipping a beat in that rotation. I am loving the team play coming out from Lotus.
Oh, that was way too close there. Save will come through from Raspberries, and Mikey looking to continue the offensive pressure. Baba Booyah makes the save that is so fun to save. Veni can't Vici, and he'll have to back out of this one. 2:55 remaining. The cutting side will come through from Baba Booyah, but he'll have to back out as Draxion has picked up possession at the midfield. Actually, that's Draxion, excuse me. Mikey looking to push forward as well. To the corner, to the attacking third. And nice stuff there from Raspberry. Has got his body in the way. Kept this one at a 2-0, but saves really are not what Knet Laces need at this point. They've got to start heading into the blue zone.
Yeah, you actually don't want saves. A nice passing play coming
beautiful.
out, and a beautiful team play. 1, 2, 3, punches and bunches, cutting the lead down in half.
Punches and bunches. I want to have some lunch. That almost rhymed, but I'll say it anyways. 2-1, half the game gone, and we talked about Knet Laces maybe not just having the raw skill to match up with Lotus, and there they are. A passing play like that one on the ground the whole way through. Love to see it.
Yeah, and with that, you don't need that raw talent. If you're just using basic passing principles, you can dissect a team pretty efficiently, and they did that perfectly on that play. But here comes Draxion.
Oh, Draxion. So close there. He has not dissected a team, but definitely has dissected a frog before in 6th grade. Draxion will play one back over. Baba Booyah there for the recenter. Veni at LAN Diego will push one across towards the orange zone. Another attempt maybe, but no. Nobody there to make the connection in the blue, and Razgriz has to back out.
And once again, here comes this Lotus squad and fires one on net, and the other Jason is finally able to get a save. That one not high enough to get over him, and let's see if the passing play comes through. It does not, but I can tell that is exactly what they want to do every time they're in that offensive zone, and that is going to be dangerous further and further we get into this match.
What is Razgriz? Oh, that's a breakout. I thought that was the card that came out with Aquadome. I thought that's what I was saying, but I was not saying the Neptune, as Razgriz will push one up high. Baba Booyah there to back him up. Razgriz off the wall. Toby McGuire there will play one off the corner. 1:18 remaining, and the other Jason looking to keep this ball in the blue zone. Having trouble, though, as Mikey able to counter him with a nice 50-50 win on the ground there. Baba Booyah looking for another touch. Misses out once again. And now Draxion will have to keep his team alive here. Keep them in the orange zone. Veni is there. Looks for a channel. Can't quite get the second touch there. Good idea, though. Execution just a little bit lacking so far from Lotus.
Oh, little breakdown there. Baba Booyah left a little too early. I thought he was going to contest that, and that results in this ball staying in the zone. And let's see if Veni Vici can gain control of this. He doesn't. Baba Booyah trying to put that in zone, but Mikey with a solid clear into the orange zone.
Oh, the save will come through. Mikey has to back off now, and Veni, he hasn't carpe diem just yet. He hasn't been able to live in the moment. We'll see what he can do here. There goes Draxion. It's a pop-up. Mikey having some trouble on the wall there. No third man on the rotate. Baba Booyah should have had that clear, but he just forfeited possession to the boys in the blue. Thankfully, Razgriz was there to keep his team in line, keep them down only one as Knet Laces looks to progress forward.
There it is.
There's a demo. This has to go in, but Draxion smart. He did not give up possession. He kept it on his hood, kept his team with it, and maybe, just maybe, and we say no to that one. 4 seconds left. It's a tough fight in the corner here. The other Jason will pop one up high. The final possible attempt in game one. Draxion is there. He'll fall and let the ball touch the ground. Lotus taking game number 1.
And that was a clutch save from Mikey at the very end there. That ball was definitely looking at the back of the net. And to keep his composure, able to send that one away. That was his only save of the game. Definitely the most important. Look at those shots on net. 8 from Lotus and only 4 from Knet Laces. The scoreboard showing exactly the same result.
Yeah.
Double the amount of goals from Lotus compared to Knet Laces.
I mean, Draxion and Baba Booyah, they're kind of quiet. Like looking at their points, 80 points to 95. Bababuya got a save, Draxion got a shot, but maybe how can their team sort of incorporate them more? Because it seems like they're not doing that much just based off of the scoreboard.
Yeah, you saw the team play coming from Knet Laces, and it's really weird to see Lotus on the winning side when Mikey just really carried them to victory, rocking that Season 3 Grand Champ tag. Maybe that has a lot to do with it, I don't know, but Venny and Draxion really need to stop with the hesitation. I saw a few times where just that split second, then they decide to go for the ball, and instead of just getting a good clear, it results in a 50-50.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes you get the 50-50s, sometimes you don't, but when you do get the 50-50s, you just got to win. You got to hope for the best and win, because that's how that's sometimes what the game boils down to, winning 50-50s. And some people say they're like luck. 50-50s are a luck thing, but
no.
I don't know.
No,
it's just being on top.
Or if you're powerful from the bottom, you can hit the ball up and out, but it's all about the angle of your car.
Huh.
This is a game of physics, and these players realize that, and really excited to see what both teams have to bring because they were so different in play, yet it was so close.
Yeah. Well, it's a best of 5, so as I think said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. The overused analogy amongst casters, and Draxion not looking for something, will chip one up high, but the other Jason is the guy on top to make the save happen. 4:45 left. Mikey looking for an early attempt. Venny is there, puts one with a Aladdin twist, but nothing on target just now. And sitting at 4:35, Lotus seems to be the team that's aggressive. They want to be the one putting on the pressure. They're going to look for the early lead, look to hold on to it, and never give it up.
Well, honestly, you should be the one putting on pressure the entire game. Don't ever give your opponent the opportunity to feel comfortable. You don't want them to come out and be able to set up those offensive plays. So keep your rotations crisp, keep that aggression up. And that was a great pass off that back wall. And it just seems like they're unable, the Knet Laces squad are unable to keep the ball in the zone long enough to really set anything up. They get it down there and it doesn't really ever result in anything.
Yeah, Lotus also coming in as the number 5 seed, Knet Laces as the 10 seed. So you can sort of see that differentiation here as Venny looks to put one up high, gets some boost as well. We'll drop him right back down. The other Jason, though, waiting for the real Jason, who's nowhere to be found. There goes Mikey for a play on target. We'll end up missing the opportunity. Jason should be there to drop it back down, but he puts it into Venny's open hands. Venny, Butterfingers, won't be able to get there in time or have a firm grasp on it. And comes Bababuya. This is it. This doesn't go in.
Oh, no. Mikey again with the clutch clear on that one. If he was not home, that was going to be such an easy goal for this Knet Laces squad, but we are still tied up. Neither squad wanting to give up that so important first goal. And so far, it's just back and forth now.
You know, a lot of the play has been in the midfield so far, but they are pushing and they just can't do anything once they get to that final 5% of the pitch. Both teams are having trouble finishing. They've got 5 shots, Lotus, and Knet Laces sitting on 0, and Knet Laces does have 3 saves, so they're keeping their defensive stronghold. But they need to push up now. This is it.
Oh, no!
No, it squeaks in. Squeaks in. Squeaky axles on the pitch. 1-0, 2:54.
This was almost like a booty tap shot. Other Jason just flying in and barely getting that touch, putting it right in between both defenders. The first time that they have had the lead, and let's see if they can retain that.
Well, let's see what they can do. They lost last game in a close one. We'll see if it's as close here. And look at that. Razgriz has got no problems in the world. He'll take that one in any day of the week, any week of the year.
And just a beautiful flick. Mikey didn't expect him to get down that quick, but that Batmobile, able to get down fast enough, retain possession of that ball, and get it over the last man back. 2-0. Just about to hit halftime.
Yeah, great turnaround, really, for Knet Laces. We said we wanted to see Bababuya be more involved than he was. He's sitting at 100 points. He's got an assist to the goal of the one goal of Knet Laces and a save to his name as well. So much more team involvement there. That was the close play, though, and Venny was not able to finish.
Yeah, on that one, I'd like to see Venny actually get a back pass on that. He had his teammate all the way back at midfield. That would have been a nice wide open shot. And Mikey, what a save from the other Jason.
There we go. That took so much manpower. Oh my God, they need 3 people trying their butts off to make that one happen. And Draxion finds the top shelf where Mama does not dust.
No, she certainly does not. And beautiful placement from him. Smart placement. They're still down 1. They really, really need to up the aggression, up the pressure.
Oh, speaking of upping the pressure, there's Mikey going in a ham. Vanny looking for something as well. Won't find the ham though, just the cold turkey, and Draxion back on it. Baba Booyah plays one to the left side. Mikey with the intercept. This is a chance for his team to put that tie goal in, but they cannot secure it just yet. Vanny looking to capitalize now. Plays one center. The service was there, but not the proper channels used, and Baba Booyah will have to get back with his team, figure out what they want to do now as they progress. Looking for goal number 3, because a 1-goal lead is not a comfortable one for either team.
No, definitely not. And so far, with that 1-goal advantage, it looks like Knet Laces are kind of comfortable with it. They really haven't shown much offensive pressure since that last goal. It's really been in the favor of Lotus in this one, in this second half, I should say. They are down 1, but they are looking like they are knocking at that door, and it's starting to crack open. And here comes Mikey with a long pinch off the post, though.
Looked for the back door, through the garden side, but could not get in just yet. He needs to keep knocking. Maybe ring the doorbell here as Razgriz has a clear outwards. Mikey will play one up high. The second touch is down, not the proper angles, and the other Jason is there to intercept, put it back towards the blue zone. Mikey trying his hardest to keep this one out. This is it. Draxion looking for the power clear, puts one across. Razgriz, though, with yet another save to his name and keeping Knet Laces in the lead, looking to extend. Oh my God, Mikey had to stretch, but he did, and he got the save.
Call him Stretch Armstrong, because he reached so far to get a handle on that one, and that is the 3rd clutch save I've seen from him, and we are only in game number 2. He is all over the field trying to take his team to victory. They need 1. They have 22 seconds to do it, and the ball is in the correct zone. Let's see if they can put one towards net.
Mikey has got 8 shots. He needs more, it looks like, because he just cannot finish. There goes Draxion playing one up high. Mikey for his 9th shot of the game. He puts one across. It's a floater. Venny won't get there in time, and Razgriz, as long as he plays it safe, plays it clear, even maybe puts it into the blue zone, that will be it for the game. He's cheeky. He was playing down the clock by a couple of milliseconds. 3-1 into game 2, and Knet Laces ties the series.
They sent everybody because they had to, and Razgriz with the clutch clear, wide open field, and thankfully he was able to reel in that double tap, put another one in, and this game is theirs. And this game is essentially a best-of-3 series now.
Tied up. Pretty much next 2 games are the winning games. And I have a question, Subi. Knet Laces took 3 shots. They scored all 3. What is that, 15 shots on Lotus? 1 out of 15? That is a terrible percentage. That's
what's that percentage?
0.07. What is that? What is that? That is a terrible way to keep this happening. And Lotus, 15 shots, only putting 1 in.
Yeah, you're not going to win many games doing that. I mean, 15 shots, were they really shots? I know about 3 or 4 of them were.
Yeah.
A lot of them were off side posts. A lot of them were off that back board.
Right.
And they really need to focus on each other.
Yeah.
They're trying to come in 1v1 this thing. They need to realize they have teammates. Dump it off for a pass, just like Knet Laces was doing. They were playing so well as a team, and I mean, honestly, it looked like they don't have the skill that Lotus does. They won this. They're not bad players by any means, but the mechanical skill is in Lotus's favor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the Knet Laces squad just showed that team play is going to win this.
Well, teamwork makes the dream work, as they say in Disneyland, and it's 0-0 into map number 3, Subi. Any predictions? We saw the first map, we saw the second map. Now heading into the third map, will Lotus continue this losing streak, and will Knet Laces just take that momentum in game 2 and carry on?
It's going to be a tough one. They're definitely going to stick with their aggression, but Knet Laces is feeling it now. I can tell that these guys are super comfortable now. The LAN environment is gone for them. They feel like they're back in mom's basement and all is well.
In their underwear, Mikey looking to put one in. Will miss out, though. Mama's basement. Maybe Mama can pull out the latkes because he's hungry for a goal at this point. In comes Razgriz. Drops one to the left half, and nobody trying to pressure this one just yet. Venny will be the first to touch it out of no man's land. Baba Booyah, rather, there to continue the push backwards. Interesting back pass play. Don't see that too often. Did not work out this time for Knet Laces, as again, they are a team that works off of precision and team passing. They put 3 shots on target. All 3 of those shots went in, as opposed to Lotus, who put 15 last game, which for me is still an absurd statistic. How does that even happen? And 15 shots is not enough, so I guess they have to take less shots as Lotus, take less shots, but make them count.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And it just goes to show you Knet Laces was so comfortable in that defensive zone. They didn't panic.
Yeah.
They didn't start sweating. It's all good. They stuck to their rotations. They trusted in one another. And, just like a good friendship, that's exactly what you have to do in Rocket League.
Subi and I took the trust test, and he did not catch me. He did not catch me.
No.
I fell right through your butterfingers, and sometimes that happens, but I still trust you. Kind of, not really. I don't trust Subi. Mikey looking for the play. Baba Booyah, though, is there. Back towards the corner, drops one underneath LAN. Diego man named Draxion and Venny up high as well.
Oh, no.
I don't. Maybe he was trying to be super cheeky. Probably should have left that one pass to a teammate who was actually in a decent position to make that shot.
Yeah,
happen.
he had a teammate right at the top of the box, and I see what he was trying to do. He went up and tried to hit it down, but hitting it to the corner away from your teammate, not the smartest play in the book, as now Knet Laces starting to knock on that door and open up the offensive plays.
Knocking on the door with their J's laced, as you would say, and Baba Booyah plays one backwards. Venny there for the cleanup crew to push this one back. Center, Draxion waiting. Mikey's behind. A bit of miscommunication almost leaves them bamboozled, but it's still 0-0. 2:54 on the clock. Razgriz drops one back over for Baba Booyah to finish, and look at this. It's already Lotus looking to aggress. They've got two members upwards. Draxion sitting at the midfield. Very high pressure kind of play. His default position is so high up the pitch that he can always be the first to the ball when it's played into no man's land.
Yeah, he is definitely the aggressor of this squad, trying to set up Venny, and off the post, but Draxion unable to get the hard enough hit on that, and other Jason with a wonderful save, and here's Razgriz with a great clear. Exactly what they need.
Same tribulations for Lotus. They've put 5 shots on target, haven't scored a single one. And they're like off the post. They're like a pixel or two wide, and they just can't do it. I don't know if that's unlucky. I really don't know what to say. You got to feel bad for them, though.
It feels bad, man. That's for sure. Their shots have definitely come a lot closer to the mark in this one. But once again, Knet Laces just showing that fortitude back on defense, just so comfortable with each other.
Yeah. And
just waiting. They're stalking their prey right now. They're waiting for a simple mistake from Lotus to pounce on.
Well, let's see there. What stalks deer? Like
mountain lions?
Lions. Okay, they're lions waiting for the deer to make a mistake. We'll see what happens. And usually prey, or predators, they look for the weakest prey, and we'll see when the weakest moment does come through for these guys. Who knows? Maybe we can somehow connect this to Discovery Channel and Nat Geo. Who knows? We'll figure it out, Subi. But
can we get David Attenborough to cast?
We actually have a video on our website that you guys should all check out that has a similar kind of nature documentary thing going on with it. But right now, Subi, 1-13, 0-0. Nothing's happening, and right now I think Knet Laces is in a much better position. They're playing how they want to play, very passive, very defensive, wait for the breakaways for them to make their moments. And Lotus is trying their best. 6 shots on target, nothing to show for it.
How many saves are on the Knet Laces side? 4.
4.
I mean, that's a lot, but it just goes to show...
there
it is.
Show you what, Subi.
There it is. Goes to show you that if you get too many shots on net, eventually one's going to go in the back of the net, and that's exactly what happened. All 3 players from Lotus crashing the box, and it pays off.
We saw Lotus do that last game when they're trying to tie it up, and they crashed the box and missed. So crashing the box is a good way to put a lot of members forward, but if you mess up, Knet Laces especially, most teams will be able to capitalize and just counterattack you. So it's a risky play. Lotus got a little bit impatient and said, we're done with this. We want to score. We've put on so many shots. Please something go in, and they did it. They put 3 members, and now they only need 1 by the name of Draxion to put them at 2-0. This is a big lead for Lotus.
It really is, and kind of an uncharacteristic mistake from Baba Booyah. Cheated up on that, not realizing that Draxion was already off the wall, in air, looking at net. Got caught off guard, and you don't want to get caught like that, because that is going to result in a goal 99 out of 101 times.
Why? Okay, I'm not going to go there. Razgriz is ready now. Draxion looking to center this one outwards. Back to the midfield with 20 seconds left. 18 seconds, and I'm pulling out my TI-84 Silver Edition, and it's telling me that's a goal every 6 seconds for the boys in the orange. It's not happening. This game, number 3, goes to Lotus, which means that now Lotus is at match point. If they win the next game, they'll have the series in their back pocket.
Yeah, and they are the 5th seed in this tournament, so Knet Laces is playing as an underdog.
Yeah.
And in this 3rd game, not looking like an underdog. They looked so well until that last minute. They really just broke down. Their rotations just kind of fell through, and they started not thinking, essentially. Like Baba Booya, he got caught off guard bad. He was the last man back. He was sitting in box. The ball's flying up towards mid. Why are you going to drive underneath that? You got to make smart decisions. You can't do that. You either have to go up for that for a 50-50, or you have to roll back to net to at least make some sort of an attempt at a save.
That's like the thing too with styles like this where you're super heavily focused on defense, that as soon as there's like one crack in the wall just crumbles. Like you're so momentum based, you're so based on your confidence that we can block every single shot, and then once you lose that first shot, you're just like, maybe we're not that good.
Yeah.
And you just break down. That's what happened there, in my opinion, to Knet Laces, and now they're down by 1 in the series, and of course this next game, game number 4, could decide who progresses through the bracket.
And let's see if Lotus can carry this momentum into game number 4.
What? Quinn just came up with a paper that said on cam, so now we know we're on
I
cam.
like it. I mean, this is just great.
Yeah,
I love you guys.
It's the best production value I've ever seen.
Love you guys.
Yeah. P and professional. P stands for professional. That's why we're a professional Rivalry League, as the ball will come through, and Baba Booya will miss that one as Draxion with the recenter now, and Mikey looking for a play across. There goes Benny for a push towards the right corner. Mikey won't get there in time. Baba Booya has to miss out on this one. There goes the other Jason, pushing one across the follow-through pass attempt. Nothing to save for it, though, as Mikey has picked up the ball.
Oh!
What the heck? How'd you get that angle?
I don't know, but that was the perfect spot to put that angle. Close upper 90. He split that defense apart. He realized that back defender was a little too far. Unable to make a play on that. You have to be quicker in your rotations, or a player like Mikey is just going to use that Swiss Army knife, pull out all the tricks in the bag, and he did so.
The Swiss people have not had a war in like over 100 years. Fun fact. They are very peaceful, and Venny looking for one here. He'll miss out as Babuya pushes it back across. There goes Razgriz for an attempt on target. There's nobody home. He recognized it, but could not put enough weight behind that shot, and he's still up by 1, so he's not complaining about it too much. Mikey for the push across towards the orange zones, into the center, into the penalty box, the 18-pixel box, but nobody to connect with it. Draxion tried his luck and ended up coming up short. Mikey touches it. I thought that was a defender, but that was actually off Mikey, and now the 2-0 lead regained for Lotus.
And watch Mikey here. He realizes that Draxion was pushing up, but he had more boost. He had a better angle, so he called him off and said, hey, I've got this. And he just comes flying in like a bat out of heck and just slams that into the goal. They don't want to take this to a game 5. They do not want to get upset. They want to just keep going on in this tournament. They don't want to even risk that double elimination this early on.
Well, they might have to. They're down. They've got 341, which I would say is a good time for most teams, but Knet Laces, they're playing so passively, so reactionary, that I'm not sure if 3 minutes and 34 is enough time for them to sort of switch styles and try to create goals instead of hoping for mistakes, because right now that's what they've been doing. They've been hoping for mistakes, and they haven't seen any, and they're down 2. So Subi, Knet Laces has to just create opportunities. They can't sit back. They can't do the defensive thing. They have to do plays like these, and
boom!
There we go. Razgriz, anti-caster curse. Caster Bless.
Yes, Caster Blessing. And what I love, not only is this a beautiful passing play, but Baba Booya playing smart, realizing the other Jason just passed that off that back wall. He's going to be the one rotating back, so he's there to clean up shop if that ball doesn't go in the net. Great rotations. They're doing exactly what they need to. They're feeling the pressure, upping the aggression, and so far it has paid off as they cut that lead down in half.
Let's see if they can do it again. That's the question. Can they repeat their
greatness?
Baby! Yes, they can. The other Jason says, there are no other Jasons. I am the other one, the only Jason. 2-2 at 3:03.
And I do not even know how he got that by Venny, but that was a feels backflip for sure. The other Jason coming in clutch to tie this thing up. This is what a LAN environment is all about.
Oh yeah, I'm looking back. I can see them waving their hands in the air. They're hyped for that goal. They've tied it back up. 2:56 here. Draxion looking to drop this one down. Cannot find the dunk, though. Venny is there towards the corner. Razgriz to meet and greet him. Mikey looking for yet another attempt. Venny plays one back to Mikey. That was very nice, very innovative as well. Mikey for the air dribble. Oh my God, slow and steady. Almost winning them the race here, but they won't hop on the train just yet, as Babuya, other Jason, and Razgriz together look to push this one out of their own zone. They're at 2-2, approaching half time. So far, Knet Laces has got the momentum on their side.
if you can pull back that camera as the broadcaster, just watch these rotations. They're starting to realize this thing's tied up. We've gone into the second half. I don't want to push up too much and let that ball behind me. This field is so spread out. Baba Booyah coming in. I mean, look how far Razgriz is. Now look at Baba Booyah all the way back. Other Jason. Their rotations have changed. Oh, what a tip. What a tip.
Too many tips here. Keva Prize in the chat, but really that was the other Jason. Oh, that's tough. He had to get there and he could not. And the other Jason, the tip gets you every single time. He's down 1 now. Lotus has got it back. Same style though. We see this. Lotus has more shots on target. They have a lower shooting percentage, but they're still able to end up winning the game, and they're doing that here. They're falling back to their early series antics of just pressuring nonstop, and it's so far working out, but it's still a close game. Can't call it just yet. It's Baba Booyah!
No!
Cannot find the Hooyah, if that makes any sense. 1:38 on the clock.
It gets the job done, but oh, what a save from Razgriz. But as you were saying, they went back to games 1 and 2 essentially of just that super hyper aggression, but as you watch them, it's a smart aggression. They're not sending all 3 for the same ball. They're trying to set each other up. They're trying to get in mid, and oh my goodness, Venny almost had the ridiculous angle. Whew. I don't even know if that's possible to get that in.
Still with clinched buttocks, is looking to put one across. Will miss out though. 106. Draxion picks it back up for Lotus here as they look for goal number 4, and they'll find Quattro. That is the magic number in Honduras. 4-2 at 102.
And a great pass from Draxion off that corner wall, and Venny with a beautiful bounce shot. All the defenders just kind of froze there, unable to make a move on the ball. A minute to go, 2 goals. It's going to be difficult. They really need to stop with the passive play, up the aggression here as it is crunch time.
It is crunch time indeed. I think that's like a Doritos. Did you just shout out Doritos? I think you just sold out Doritos. Thank you. Crunch time. PRL and Doritos. Yeah. I think it is. Who knows? But right now, 5-2. This is just, again, we see it. It's a close game, and then at some point, Lotus just turns on a switch. They flip it back on, and they take the lead now by 3 goals.
Oh my goodness. Venny coming out with the Shack attack dunk. Coming in from midfield, reading that from so far away. And this thing's broken loose. Like you said, this Knet Laces squad was almost like a dam, trying to hold back the water. That pressure for what? What? That would have been sick. But that dam has crumbled is what I'm trying to say, as the goals are piling on now.
Goals are piling on, and they're saying, damn it. Why couldn't we have done a better job? Our dam has broken. I'm out of dam pun, so I'll stop now. But 6-2, 4-goal lead. I think you can call it at 30 seconds left. It's 3-1 in favor of the boys in the blue. Lotus has taken the series.
They have, and they have shown why they are that number 5 squad. Not disappointing, only dropping 1 game to Knet Laces. Knet Laces seem to have been knocking for quite a while at that door, trying to get goals in the back of the net. But ultimately, this game just boiled down to Lotus putting on that aggression thick.
Yeah, look at that. It just layered. 6-5-5. That's the shot count, as opposed to 1-2-2. They are splitting the wealth. They're sharing the wealth and putting on so much. And that's going to win them the game. There's Subi Smash. Lotus ends up winning this series 3-1. And really, we said that they were the mechanically better team. Knet Laces had a couple of really good moments. They figured things out. They ended up pressuring. They were able to make opportunities for themselves. They didn't play reactionary. But in the end, Lotus, I think, also a little bit more experienced in terms of when they play in tournaments. I've seen Draxion, Mikey, and Venny a lot of places. So they're more experienced. The experience won out here in 6-2 in favor of Lotus in the last game.
And they started feeling each other. I mean, maybe. They might be sitting next to each other. But as teammates, you got to feel each other. And they felt it. I mean, there's times where you might be on voice comms, but you know where your teammates are. You don't even have to say a word. You pass it towards mid, and your teammate's already there waiting. And you could see that from this Lotus squad.
Okay, Subi, I think we need a room. I'm going to give it over to Unthink and Terry Taz. They'll tell you about analytics and stats. So, back over to you, boys. Talk about whatever you want to talk about.
The game and Otherwise, so we have a lot to talk about here. Hey, best of 5 that definitely shook up the bracket a bit. I will say, Lotus coming in, the 5 seed versus the 10. They were favored to win based on the pool play, but Game 2 made us feel a little bit differently about just in general how Knocket was going to be able to handle this. But overall, Lotus, I mean, they came into Game 1 pretty strong, and they definitely dominated the late half of this series.
Yeah, definitely. Game 1 definitely going very much in the favor of Lotus, but Knocket being able to come back did spark us a little bit in their direction. But they were the number 10 seed against number 5 seeded Lotus. So the series kind of finalizing how we would expect. Game 1 was fairly uneventful. It was a strange start. We hop into that game and it was just like, all right, let's get things started, and they weren't really able to. And then Game 2 is where Knocket kind of woke up. And then games 3 and 4, obviously Lotus coming through with some quality Rocket League. And, the individual performance from the 3 players on Lotus, they all 3 shone in their own special way. And it was nice to see that.
Yeah, no, I mean, overall, a lot of the things that we saw sort of in the later series, in Game 1, there was a lot of setup here from Lotus, but no real potential to score. They were kind of pressured out of the box fairly quickly. They had a couple mistakes where they may have had opportunities to break in, and they didn't really take advantage of those. Had a low-scoring game. I mean, they had 7 shots to 4 out of that matchup. And Game 2 was a big shift in where they just went ultra-offensive and then just were punished for it. I mean, 3 shots were taken in from Knocket, and they scored all 3 of them, and 15 shots were taken in from Lotus, and they just weren't able to put anything forward. But then something changed in Game 3 and Game 4, and they kind of shifted to where they had Mikey kind of at the center of the play, where they would let him be they would let him be ultra aggressive in the early game and then kind of move into the support role. And then you saw a lot of that, especially in Game 4, where Vinny just got a huge advantage coming out of that. It just, overall, just a ton of great teamwork working together, and they had a lot of good assists, and I think they managed their offense really well in the later parts of the series when they kind of read into their opponent a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. The guys working very well as a team, not needing to come through and make individual plays, very selfless play coming through from each one of them, and giving each of them the spotlight accordingly. Venny just found a little bit of a finalizer there. The morale of Knocket was fairly low, and we started to just see that kind of taper off near the end. They were just like, all right, this is our lives now.
It was a bit of a tough match for them, so they will be moving on now into the lower bracket. That'll be Knocket, and moving on forward will be Lotus. So congratulations on to them. They'll be moving forward here in the tournament. We'll be jumping into another game here in just a second. We're waiting for a couple more games in the bracket to wrap up, but I mean, overall, it's a pretty exciting one to jump all the way into Game 4. We didn't have a blowout by any means, and they definitely kept the action going.
Yeah, it was awesome to see Lotus kind of come in, open the door, but then Knocket definitely had an opportunity to make a lot of things happen. That Game 2 was very nice for them. Very early in the game, they were able to open up a lot of opportunities. Just moving the ball downfield allowed them to find themselves just with a bit of time in that 18 zone, which is very important for starting opportunities, and they were able to finish. Not sure really what happened in Games 3 and 4. I think Mikey woke up and Knocket really couldn't respond in kind. So
and Venny, oh man! So even when Venny would be denied in the box, like there would be a play, like for example, the play that came in about on the 1 minute mark of the game. At this point, pretty heavily ahead, but moving forward, they had a long shot here come in. They hit the post, it rolls across, and it's pushed out by the defense. They're able to react so quickly to that, and the rotations were absolutely on point to maintain not only midfield pressure, but to come back like 15 seconds later and actually put that goal in. And then also coming in and having 2v1 situations against the defense, both Mikey and Venny being pretty advantageous in that regard, being able to just read into the play, knowing when it's time for the all-in, and the third man can roll back. So, I mean, a lot of good positioning, a lot of good solid rotations, and overall, in the later game, they definitely outpaced Knocket quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the beginning of Game 3 was such patient Rocket League. They were going at it for the first half of the game, and all it took was very patient Rocket League coming through from Lotus. They pieced together a couple passing plays. They were able to move the ball downfield so well, and the first goal, there was a defensive mistake, and that first goal from Lotus, that was Mikey, I believe. It kind of just toppled the tower of bricks for Knocket, and they weren't able to come back and take anything in Games 3 and 4.
It did feel like, overall, like, what is happening?
I have no idea. Holy cow.
They're dancing. That's cool. Okay, well, hey, welcome to LAN, folks. Sometimes you don't know when the music is going to pop on. If you can still hear us, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with more bracket action in the winner's circle. Don't go anywhere. This is PRL Live from LAN Diego. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. PRL presents LAN-Diego-7 here at San Diego State University. I am Unthink here with Carry Taz. We got another matchup here on our hands.
Yes, we do. We just found out this match result hit the post, and Snapchat Gaming came through with their result just previously. It was a 3-1 to finish that one out. Hit the post. Now we'll be moving to face Starfish, a top 4 team moving into the best of 5s.
Yep, so Starfish did get a bye coming in based on pool play. They were one of the top seeded out of their pool, so this will be, they've had a little bit of time to wait, and now they'll be jumping into their first best of 5 of the tournament. So curious to see how that one's going to go. Once again, if you're just joining us, welcome. This has been a fantastic day here in San Diego so far. We are oh so excited. The prize pool here on the hands, I mean, it's $1,000 these guys are playing for.
It's a lot of money.
It is. I've heard $1,000 is a lot of money. Can we confirm that? That is, yeah, Boys in the Lab do confirm that that is in fact true there. Want to once again thank all the sponsors that you see just below us on the stream. They have done a wonderful job getting all this together, making this happen, and of course the PRL guys in the back end. Thank you guys so much for putting on such a fantastic production. We couldn't do it without you. It is, I mean, overall, it's been pretty tough so far, but you know, watching all these amazing games play and not getting overly excited, but I can't help myself sometimes.
I know it's everything just culminating together. You know, the environment here, the atmosphere that we're coming through and seeing in the LAN is just fantastic, and you know, being involved in this setup and seeing everyone pour in, set up their own gear, it's just led to a lot of hype.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a fantastic environment. So I just want to thank all the sponsors and San Diego Esports for coming through and providing this awesome opportunity.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about some of the players here on Starfish. We do recognize a couple of them from the community. I think we have Viking King and Twice the Tank playing in with Univ here.
Yeah, so I actually recognize them from a couple of the community tournaments that we over at Nexus run, and there's some pretty talented players usually making it to the quarterfinals and maybe semifinals if they're very fortunate in our tournaments, but it is definitely a big accomplishment for them. So Twice the Tank and Viking King, I'm looking forward to seeing them again and seeing what they have to bring to the pitch.
All right, well, the top-seeded team out of their pool taking on Hit the Post, who have had quite the journey here through the bracket. Going to jump over now to the casters. That is going to be Chimblade and Subi Smash. Boys, how you feeling?
That scared you earlier.
It did. It scared me the first time, but things I get are, people don't like change. I don't like change. I got nervous the first time, and
I
now I
understand.
can't stop. I'm addicted.
That's okay. It happens, and we'll get you through this. We'll have an intervention after the LAN. I know this is a lot to soak in for you. You don't go outside much, and coming down to SoCal for you, you know, it's big. This is a big event.
58-minute plane. We got up. We went up. I went to the bathroom. We were already descending. So
That's a
I'll
good
take
flight
it.
then. Yeah.
58 minutes. They gave us peanuts for free, and I got a Sprite with a lot of ice in it.
Oh,
It was like this much Sprite and like this much ice.
that's
It
the
was-
worst. That
it
is
was terrible.
the worst.
We have to scoot left
Let's
because
do a
we're
wave.
off center. Okay.
Let's do the wave. Okay.
All right.
Is that
there we go. We did it. We did it. Okay. What's coming up next? Starfish and Hit the Post. They said things, the analysts, and I wasn't listening to them. But they were definitely good things. I assure you they were good things.
They
So
might
what-
have been okay.
I mean, they're probably good, right? They're here. They're not being paid, so they could have been bad.
Well, if they aren't being paid, you know that their heart is truly in it. Right?
Or they're just bored and don't
Or
have
they-
friends.
True, true. This
That's-
could be it.
That was a little bit too. That hit home for me. But 0-0, another best of 5, I believe, unless I'm wrong. But there should be a best of 5. 4:53 on the clock, as the play will come through early. Jez is up high, plays it to the corner. Bifo is ready as well. Nobody to finish that one off. Dedicek plays one back across. Jez ready, but Viking will steal that one off of his hood. Bifo pushing forward now. He's got the moves. He's got the cowbell, but he can't ring it in time. 34 seconds and 4 minutes left.
That waterfall teardrop was super dangerous, and Bifo barely missing off that top bar. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off what our analyst said, and I do know this Viking, Twice the Tang, and Univ squad. They are very good, and we got to see Bifo, Dedicek, and Jez earlier on in pool play, so this is going to be a stacked match. We have a number 4 seed against a number 9. Looking like Hit the Post is going to be our underdog. And you know me, I love underdogs.
You love underdogs. Have you seen the Underdog movie? It's a pretty good movie. And speaking of moves, almost went in. Twice the Tang looking for the second attempt on target. Will be blocked out. Dedicek has the bicycle flip epic save, so that's a lot of accolades going to his name. Twice the Tang, dropping one to the back post. Nobody there to connect with it. Starfish takes the lead early here. Twice the Tang doing work.
Yeah, reads that perfectly. Just a bad hit by Jez and nobody home in net. That situation, you cannot turn the ball over, and Twice the Tang did not hesitate, did not skip a beat, and made them pay for that mistaken box.
Twice the Tang, an early attempt here straight at the kickoff. So aggressive. Viking is ready with his spear and his helmet and his shield. He won't be able to attack it just yet, though. 3:31 remaining. Bifo towards the left corner, finds nothing. Jez also trying his best there. In comes Dedicek for an attempt. Twice the Tang, nobody's home. A quick conversion play. Please finish it. Oh boy, that's not going in any day of the week. Jez is there, pushing one across towards the final third. Twice the Tang has twice the manpower to make that save. And sitting at 3-10 now, Subi Smash. It was in favor of Starfish, but lately the past 30 seconds they've been kind of cooling it down.
They really have been, and Twice the Tang was unable to capitalize on that open net. Couldn't follow those dotted lines. I think he learned to do that in kindergarten, not too sure, but unable to capitalize on that one. Unable to put it in between those posts. And this thing is still a 1-goal game, almost hitting halftime. Hit the post really needs to up the aggression.
UNIV looking to do that here. He's putting one up high. Starfish has goal number 2 in sight, but they close their eyes and are blind to it. 1-0, half the game gone. Now it's an opportunity for Hit the Post to hit this one between the two sticks that are blocking the post, and UNIV missing out here. And comes the Viking for an attempt on net. Plays one to the corner instead. Nice. Bump has come through as a demo as well, so it was a 2v3 there. Not enough manpower for Starfish. Bifo pushing forward now. Can't find it just yet. 2:10 remaining. Subi Smash and Hit the Post has really started to pick it up. They have to finish though. That they have to finish because they're being aggressive. They're where they want to be. They just have to execute at this point. Caster's Curse.
Yeah. Now it's your turn for that Caster's Curse, but Twice the Tang only lets the ball hit the ground just a second and able to retain possession of it and get a nice flick underneath it. Send it right on goal with that beautiful English to keep it out of the defender's reach.
Beautiful English. Just puts a bit of English on it. As
exactly.
You said. That is your best saying. Dedicek looking to push forward into the corner. UNIV is there to continue the assault onto the orange zone. A nice little bump there from Twice the Tang, keeping his team alive and ready to score. Twice the Tang looking for the second touch, but does not find it. Back over to Viking. Viking drops one back across. Twice the Tang on the rotation. Good speed from them. Good communication. They know where the ball is. They're putting the balls into open space. Having members just open there. And Bifo.
Woo! That was a read. Just watch.
Wow.
Just embrace that, because that is not as easy as it looked. And the way he positioned his car, the angle he got on that ball, he came through in the clutch and gave his team an opportunity to come back in this one.
My jimmies are still rustled from that last goal from Bifo. Jez looking to make them rustle even more. Bifo for goal number 2. He has to tie this game up. He's got 1:22 to take us into the OT, but it might not be happening as UNIV is keeping it out of his own zone. Viking there as well, playing one to the right half. Twice up high, looking to set up his team for something. UNIV is coming now from the back lines. Waiting in the midfield. He's going to connect with this one. Now it's up to UNIV to push backwards here. Viking is in the back lines towards the right half. He'll take this one upwards, and I like the rotation a lot that's coming through so far from Starfish. One member will go up, and at that same time, somebody else is already going back, getting boost. They always make sure that as a team, they are taking care of their own boost. They're not letting anybody else steal them, and they're making it. They're being very efficient with the boost that they do have.
Yeah, you want to essentially view your team as like current in the ocean. You want it to continually move. You don't ever want to stop and be stagnant, because getting stagnant is going to result in goals. And somehow Bifo able to flick that down and get it under the crossbar. Uncharacteristic mistake from UNIV. Missing on this.
Bifo, oh my God, that's meaty. If I've ever seen a goal before, that's a meaty goal. Beefs his way through 2-2, 35 seconds. This could be the OT we've been waiting for.
Oh, and I love OTs, especially in a game number 2. Are you serious? I mean, let's start this turning off right. Let's just make every... Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. Off the crossbar. Twice the Tang now has all the heart pressure and the blood pressure to keep himself going. The heartbeat was racing, but He'll have to miss out here. Univ is ready. He has to keep his team alive here. Pop it up high, and it's the other team. Viking is so badly needed. The save will come through, though, from his compatriot in the blue. Twice the Tang has a full tank of boost. I think both teams at this point are just going to let it drop. It's been way too exciting the last 20 seconds, and there we go, into an OT. And, of course, an overtime is a golden goal, so the last 5 minutes do not matter. This next goal decides who heads into map 2 with the lead.
And this game so far has just been a complete showing of the first half being one team, the second half being the other. Starfish coming out so strong in the first half and then kind of just fading to nothing in the second half, and Hit the Post was able to capitalize on that. Let's see if that momentum from Hit the Post carries on in this overtime. 30 seconds down, you can tell neither one really wants to be too aggressive and give up that overtime goal.
We've talked about first half, second half. This is kind of like a third half. It's the OT. It's the third half, so we'll see who wins this one. They're tied 1-1 so far in terms of halves, and this next minute will decide the winner of game 1. Univ is ready to make the clear happen. He'll push one to the left side. Dedachek, though, backing up, has a full tank of boost. Left the other tank of boost for Bifo, for Jez, actually. Jez will pick that one up. Dedachek, huge clear, bombs this one away. Needs a second pass, though. Maybe goes for the shot.
Oh, what a
Went
save.
for the shot, a bit greedy. Jez is there. Twice the Tang, though. Has a save, and now off to the races is the boys in the blue. Starfish looking to push forward. All 5 fishy arms are ready to shoot, but they'll miss out here once again. A minute and 12 seconds. Still nobody can find the back of either net.
It's just funny to see the little hesitation start to come out in overtime, and great save from Bifo, keeping the pressure at bay, and Jez with a nice Spider-Man clear to get that one away. And Bifo looking to set up his team, take this game number 1 away, and put his team on his back.
So close, a minute and 40 seconds to be at this point. Both teams have played 7 minutes of Rocket League almost. Nobody wants to lose it here, but somebody will have to lose it. Of course, there's game 2, 3, 4, even a game 5 possibility.
Oh, no.
Bit of a whoopsie-daisy there, but it will be packed right back up as Jez in a dogfight. Viking will win that one out. Viking has beat 2 defenders. Not cheeky enough to beat the last, though. 2 minutes in, still no goals on target. Twice the Tang.
Oh, no.
Pushing through, finds the near post. Second touch is off the back post, and finally somebody connects, and it's Univ off the post. 3-2.
Dedachek flew in out of rotation and hit Jez out of the way, and that just messed up everything. Univ had a wide open look at net. Not going to miss that. And Starfish narrowly avoiding the upset to lose game 1, and that is so important, so crucial. Glad that they showed they deserve that high seed.
I mean, it's crazy. Looking at the shot counts from both sides, there's 10 for Starfish, 11 for Hit the Post. So close. They're so close. They put so much pressure. And still, that last goal off the post, that's what counts. Nothing else matters. The other 9 shots that they took means nothing. It's that final shot deciding it all for game 1.
And what it boiled down to was a simple mistake and a breakdown in communication. Dedachek wanted to just come in, guns a-blazing, and get a hard clear, get that pinch off the back wall. Should have just let Jez get a nice touch on it. Trust in your teammates. That's all it boils down to. And dropping game 1, I mean, they really have to focus to turn this back into a best-of-3 series. Take this game number 2 and trust in one another.
I mean, I'm confident because Hit the Post, like we said, they won the second half. They were in the lead the second half. It was Starfish who was in the lead the first half. So Hit the Post, they can lose halves. They can come back. It'll be okay. So I think we'll be fine. I mean, for Hit the Post, they did lose game 1, but they're good at coming back, and they can come back. People are yelling at us, pointing things, saying this and this. I don't know what that means.
Well,
what do I do?
You know what? It's hard to look at the camera when I have your beautiful mug in front of me. I just want to have a fireside chat like this. But we are getting into game number 2. So without any hesitation, let's get right back into this.
Let's do just that. 0-0, a clean slate for Hit the Post. And 5 seconds in, nothing too fancy just yet. This is Viking looking for one up high. Will be dropped back to the corner for Univ to finish off. Jez, though, ready with a clear. And Univ now playing one back. Oh, my God. That was one of the best short passes I've seen in Rocket League.
To go short, go backside, too. Extremely impressive, but an even better save right in the box. Great composure right there. They need to get a hard clear and get this thing out of the zone because this pressure cannot last for much longer.
Starfish so far 3 on target. nothing for Hit the Post, but again, Hit the Post are a very second half team. They need to wait a little bit, get comfortable, and then start aggressing. We'll see if that streak continues here in game number 2, because game number 2 and game number 3 are all they have. It is a best of 5 after all.
Oh.
Viking, oh my god, that has made me Craigasm. I have to change my pants. You take it.
Oh, I got you. And I saw this from so far away. The way he positions his car, gets the top side to put that power on, and it showed with that 55-mile-per-hour shot under the crossbar to open this thing up. Only 50 seconds into it.
My pants are back. I got new pants. We're good. Jez is now pushing forward. Viking back on the ground. In comes Dedicek for the bottom pocket. Will not find it, though. Univ is ready as well. Dedicek gets it played over. Twice the Tang now in the air. Dogfight. Jez wins it out. Dedicek, the follow pass, connects with it. 1-1. These teams are so back and forth. Response after response. 352.
And watch this positioning from Dedicek. Just sneaks in and gets it away from Univ. Unable to make the touch on it and ties it up just like that. Not skipping a beat. What, 20 seconds after the last goal?
It's crazy. It's crazy, Soupy. They're insane. These two teams are going back and forth. Now Viking looking for an answer to the question of can you score number 2. He says yes. Twice the Tang. Twice the pressure. Twice the sexiness, really. 2-1 at 3:44.
And it is very hard to be in Dedicek's shoes right there. Your only play on the ball is to put it right in front of your net. You almost are better not to hit that. Unfortunately, he does, and there is 2 players from Starfish able to capitalize and increase that lead, put it back to 1.
Well, Viking looking to make it 2 here. It's off the top. Will be played back out, though. Bifo ready. Twice the Tang, actually, on the intercept. Viking to finish. Will be played back towards the corner as both teams recuperating, setting themselves up into default positions. The ball is in the midfield, so they can take just a bit of a breather here. Although Jess is looking to push forward, Viking just barely squeezes his way through that situation, beats another defender. He's off to the races and on to the finish line. Can he finish it? No, he cannot. 3:12 remaining, and Starfish still holding on to that 1-goal lead. So many shots on target, 7 to their name, only 2 to hit the post.
3 goals in the first 2 minutes. This is exactly what you want to see if you are watching Rocket League. This is exciting. This is fun. This is PRL, and we are live at LAN Diego. The environment is just thick with hype, and I love it.
Thick with hype. Thick with hype is my new favorite phrase. Jazz looking to push forward. It's played up high. Dedicek will miss out as Twice the Tang plays it left instead. Jazz, weird whiff from his end, and now Univ is off to the races. Plays one off the top. Where's the second man? It's Twice the Tang. Plays one back door. A little bit too far. Way too wide, and now it's up to Univ to maybe squeeze this one across. He's like a dolphin humping out of the water. And 3-1 Starfish. Look at this. They've got the lead right back out.
And Viking just swinging in like crazy, living true to that Viking name, just going berserk on that ball. This thing is starting to get away from hit the post, and that cannot happen. If they go down 2 games, a reverse sweep is extremely difficult.
I'm down for a reverse sweep.
I'm down. I'm down. I want one.
Yeah.
At this LAN, we have to have a reverse sweep.
It's going to happen. I mean, this is only game 2 of bracket matches. This is like probably 4 or 5 more games until the finals. So.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll happen. We'll see. Dedicek, though, looking to make it happen in this game right now. Tying this one up 1-1. Will not be able to do that for the series score, as it's still 1-0 in favor of Starfish. Looking like it'll be 2-0 as well. Twice the Tang plays it back across. Dedicek up high. Univ is there and ready to stop this one. Push it back center. Jez missing out. Univ, the back pass. I saw that coming a long way. So did Twice the Tang. They won't be able to finish it, though, and they're still struggling to find that 4th goal. But really, it's okay, because a 2-goal lead with 1:38, pretty comfortable.
Especially when you continue to keep that pressure up and keep the ball in the opponent's zone. It is hard to score all the way from your own zone. You need a boomer of a clear. And so far, unable to get one of those. And this pressure is just continued from this Starfish squad. Unable to get even a remotely good clear. They need to start now. And what a save from Dedicek coming out.
Saves are great, but you're down by 2 goals.
True.
I mean, thank you for making the save. Thank you for making my voice crack, but you have to score. There goes Jez into the right half. Bifo looking to finish. Dedicek there as well. Univ has the clear now, and he's looking for goal 4. I think he'll find it, too. This is the time for the Predator to pop on top of their prey, and he'll miss out here. Viking plays into the right half. Dedicek is there, popping one right back out. Jez gets bumped to Kingdom Come. 44 seconds to be smashed. I don't know what to say. Univ, though, is going to score goal 4. Just kidding.
No!
Just kidding. Just says nah.
Wow. Twice in a row, I thought just kind of a wide open net, and the defender was able to get back and get a save, essentially keeping his team alive, giving them a chance. But as this boils down, 2 goals, 23 seconds to go, kind of slipping away from hit the post, and looking like Starfish is going to get that really comfortable 2-game advantage.
Oh, that was almost in, and if Bifo and crew maybe score 1 here, set themselves up for that momentum, get themselves excited that they can actually score against this team, because a 2-goal deficit is a little bit disheartening, especially knowing that you're coming into the series down by 2. You have to reverse sweep. That's on your mind, right? As much as you try to put that behind or try to put it in the back of your head, try to focus on one game, you know you have to reverse sweep.
Yeah, and it's hard against a team like Starfish. You can win 1 game. You might even win 2, but to win 3 in a row is going to be extremely difficult. They have to come out, and they can't make those simple mistakes. They can't make whiffs. They can't go for dumb balls. Got to play smart, and they have to play as a squad. And it's going to be difficult. This Starfish squad is stacked. I mean, they've come out to a lot of our tournaments at PRL, and they show up here at the LAN. I mean, they're coming out. They want a G. That's what they want.
A G?
A G.
What is a G?
$1,000.
Oh, $1,000. Got it. It's like they want $1,000. There is $1,000 on the line. Starfish might get it. Who knows? But we're heading to the next game, and like we said, a reverse sweep is the only way Hit the Post has any chance in this series. Is it going to happen? That's the question.
Is it going to happen? It's highly unlikely, but it could happen, and I want it to happen. Please let it happen, because if a reverse sweep happens at this LAN, I'm going nuts. I'm going to throw my headset, and I'm going to go give high fives to those players. I'm going to track them down.
Okay. High fives all around if the reverse sweep comes through. Subi also is going to do something with nuts. Not exactly sure what. Bifo is there, pushing it to the left side. Viking will lose out on that 50-50. Twice the tank, dropping 1 back down for Viking to finish Viking. Popping 1 Univ. Has the connection as well, and right now Starfish is looking to push forward. They're playing the ball, switching the pitch consistently, using as much space as they possibly can. Viking is there. What? Okay. Okay. That almost... Wait. I am so confused. Everybody went up for it and they all missed. What is that?
I don't know, but I think there was an owned save. Not an own goal, but an owned save. The ball was going in the net, and a player from the Starfish squad actually got a touch on it to send it the opposite direction of the goal. Not what you want to do unless it's calculated, maybe?
C-A-L-C-U-L-A-T-E-D, period. There we go. We figured out how to spell. 4 of 5 on the clock. Jez missing out there. Univ is also backing up. There are a lot of missed balls here. I can't tell if it's on purpose, but both teams seem a little bit anxious here.
Oh my gosh.
No anxiety, no anxiety. Just trust in yourself and how good you are in the air. 1-0, Starfish back at it.
Well, and he goes up, follows his shot, and gets the shack attack dunk.
Shack attack.
In the box. Shout out to my good friend North End Trooper for that. He's so special. Near and dear in my heart, and I'm going to steal that phrase. Fake kickoff coming out. Unable to capitalize on that, though, as it goes right behind Viking, and this might be dangerous, but they do retain possession of the ball.
Univ
Viking
is waiting. Univ is waiting.
Oh,
Viking,
baby!
You cheeky.
Mind games!
So cheeky. He waited so long to pull the trigger, and then he's like, pop, and bam, it was in. 2-0, 3:43. I love the delay. I love it. I love the delay from Viking, securing them goal number 2. That was finesse.
That was finesse, and that was just playing so smart. Dedicek was just once again, the fake kickoff coming out. Let's see if they can capitalize. They don't, but I'm loving their different game styles coming out, just pulling all the tricks out of that bag, showing you that they know how to play Rocket League, and they know how to play it really well.
They can play it better than me, so that's why I'm sitting here and not near the LAN computers. Viking will play 1 left. Bifo is back down on the ground. His team at this point recognizes that for the reverse sweep to happen, they have to score at least 2 goals, 3 goals in 3 minutes and 13 seconds, and then win the next 2. But at this point, just cross the bridges when you come to them. This is the bridge right now to score 2 goals in 3 minutes. That's their challenge. That's what's in front of them. That's the mountain they have to climb. Let's see if they do it. But right now, the Blues are pushing aggressively.
Baby.
And twice the Tang. B for Blue, B for Boomer. It's in, 3-0.
Well, he's so smart. He realizes that his teammate got demoed, so essentially you've got a goalie, so why not attack that? Why not increase that lead? And if you are on hit the post, you don't need to focus on getting 3 goals. You need to focus on getting 1. That is going to be the most important thing. You get that 1, you'll get your confidence flowing. And here it comes.
Caster's blessing. We
You
did
got it.
Caster blessed. No caster curses here. Everything is a blessing. Subi, our Lord and Savior, gets some praise in the chat. Bifo puts in goal number 1. That's pretty darn good.
And I love those shots where you see the defender flying in far post, and then the offender shoots it far post, and the defender just has to feels backflip.
Like, what do I do? I'm stuck. I'm just not going to do anything.
Yeah, it's great. Great placement from Bifo.
Well, Bifo now has 2 minutes and 41 seconds to score 2. That is a much better looking number than 3 goals in 3 minutes, in my opinion. Bifo is there. Jez ready as well. Will miss out, though. Actually continues to push forward. Bifo looking for the second attempt here. Twice the Tang is ready with a clear univ up high. Played into the air, is waiting for somebody to pick it up. Viking is the one to pick this one up, push it towards the corner. Dedicek is very much alive because he has to score 2 in 20 and 2 minutes and 18 seconds. His team has gotten 1. He was part of that goal as well, so I think Dedicek and the rest of his team have picked up some of that morale, and they're ready to come back. Bifo back on the offensive.
Here we go. Let's see what 2v2 skills they have, and a quick clear coming out of the gate. They need to start this offensive play, and they need to start it soon because you don't want to be down 2 goals.
Oh,
you don't want to be down 3
3
goals. You don't want to be down 3 goals, but 2 minutes for 3 goals is doable. It is possible, but it is not probable. Just another beautiful shack attack dunk right in the box.
The glass on the backboard just broke.
Boom!
It's gone. It's broken. I'll have to call the janitor. But right now, 3-goal deficit. Hit the post. That's what they're facing. And now it's a 4-goal deficit off of a bounce shot. Oh, I feel so bad. It hurts. Empathy is working its ways on me. I feel bad.
This is just goals on goals on goals. They're starting to come out, and if you're out there in the crowd, if you're on Twitch chat, start packing some sunscreen, some board shorts, because we're getting a little south.
How south?
So far we're in Central America at the moment.
Okay. That's a very general area.
I don't. Let's say that we are in Panama, and we're in South America now.
Okay. What are we, like Argentina, the very northern tip of Argentina?
Yes.
Getting ready for Brazil. 135. One more goal in Starfish will take us back to 2010, where Germany faced a 1-7 loss against. Wait, no, Brazil had a 1-7 loss against the Germans. I almost messed that up, but I didn't in the end.
Oh, and a fake kickoff coming out from Starfish, but twice the Tang. Whoopsies! That ball is the other direction. Right is left, left is right, and
no more Brazil.
Yeah, well,
We're going back up. We're in Mexico. No more Brazil. It's going back up north, heading to Texas pretty soon here. Jez, and twice the Tang for the kickoff. 1 minute and 30. 4 goals to make up here. I'm trying to think of what you can do, but it's pretty much just committing 3 members every single time and scoring every single time. It's a miracle. You have to walk on water.
This is like the Miracle on Ice with the USA hockey team facing Russia, and I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this one out. I'm not trying to sound rude. I'm not trying to downplay them, but
Stop being
4
so
goals.
rude, Subi.
I know. I'm a rude individual. I'm very mean, and I'm being very harsh on these players, very critical, but I'm allowed to. If they don't like it, they can come over here and we can discuss it live on Twitch.
You're like 6'3" and very burly and have a beard. I don't know if anybody wants to talk to you.
Well, I want to talk to everyone. I want friends.
You're kind on the inside, but very aggressive on the outside is what I said.
Oh, okay. So I should smile more.
There you go. Smile more. That's like a YouTuber's thing. Viking though looking to push forward. Bifo will miss out, and Subi. Can we call it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it. 3-0 in the series. Starfish taking down Hit the Post in a pretty commanding fashion as well. So many goals scored. Look at this. 12 shots. The first game went to an overtime, and then after that, it was just all Starfish for the whole time.
Well, you hear that? I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm gonna be marking that one down as a win for Starfish, a win for the series. They are gonna get out of round number 2 of this double elimination bracket, and so far not taking a loss, and that is exactly how you want to continue on through this. 6-3 now, 10 seconds for 3 goals. Possible, not probable, but Starfish Gonna be going home with the victory. I just,
What are you doing?
I dabbled.
Okay, that's
I
disgusting.
dribbled.
So you licked his hand, then put it on his
No,
mustache.
no. I expressed.
Okay, that is disgusting. What? Why am I? I'm disgusted by you.
I'm sorry. I am trying to be professional, and when you yell a lot,
Yeah.
sometimes,
Spit.
yeah, sometimes it happens.
We're not. Stop talking about spit. Did you know that starfish, if you cut off one of their
Appendages?
appendages, it grows right back?
Right.
Fun fact.
I did not know that.
I mean, I don't know what like the delay is on the growth, but it comes back pretty quickly. So that's a fun fact for you. We'll head over to the analysts. They have more fun facts, and they are fun facts specific to the actual game. So we'll see what they have to say.
Wow. So a 3-0 sweep here for a best of 5. I mean, it was Starfish. They're seeded number 4 currently. They dominated their way through pool play, walking up against Hit the Post. This was a tough one for Hit the Post to have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, they came through so nicely in game 1. They felt like they were going to come through and find anything, but they came up against Starfish, and not that scary in real life, but in this Rocket League game, they definitely found a lot of fantastic opportunity. It took a little while for them to get started, but once they did, you could just see that they were able to carry that momentum throughout the entirety of the series. 3-0 isn't fantastic, but from Starfish, they definitely proved their seed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, in Game 1, I think we both agreed that Bifo from Hit the Post actually performed really well. We actually considered him basically the MVP on the team, really showing up, dominating, had 6 shots on goal that game. Even though Starfish did conquer in the end on that one, that was our first overtime game that we've seen in the winners bracket so far. So,
Yeah.
Pretty good start for them either way. They came into that one, we felt that maybe Hit the Post was going to be able to show something after that match. I mean, it was a really long overtime, too. It was about 2 minutes long to get through that one, where Univ actually scored that final goal.
Yeah, it was Bifo coming through with 2 goals to equalize. It was that nice aerial touch that he was able to put that first one on, and then actually found a little bit of a mistake from Univ in game 1 to secure that second one. For him to come through and give that one, we expected a little bit of momentum to be had, but the fact that they lost in overtime might have cut them down a little bit, and they had a little bit of a hard time in game 2. They started off and found Starfish with 2 goals. They were able to respond, but that was only really on a mistake from Univ.
Yeah.
And yeah, it starts to get harder and harder to see our faith in these teams when all the opportunities that they're making is off of mistakes on the other team. You really need to be aggressive, make your own plays rather than react to the defensive mistakes.
And I think we saw a lot in Game 2 that we expected Bifo to kind of show up and use that momentum that we saw out of Game 1. And the question we were asking each other at the end of the day was, where was Bifo on offense? 0 shots on goal out of that game. And where was Jez? I mean, the defense it just seemed like they were lacking. They were overcommitting resources to particular balls, especially in the box, and they were left open as a result of that overextension. To where then Starfish was just taking full advantage of them, and then we saw them kind of repeat that same performance in Game 3. I mean, the 25-second goal that was deflected, Starfish coming in initially off of the face-off, they actually blocked their own shot, but then they were able to come back through, and Univ dominated Game 3. What we didn't see out of Univ in Game 1 and Game 2, except for the overtime situation, I mean, it was unreal. One after another after another.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 we have here. And they were actually decent opportunities. One of them was that awesome double mind game from Viking team. Just waiting, and then that last second cut just to tuck it in. It was a beautiful final game for Starfish, and must give them a little bit of a boost coming through and beating Hit the Post. They did actually lose. Hit the Post did lose 2-0 to Cerberus in pool play. But, Cerberus is a great team, but we're starting to see the differential in skill a little bit as we see them perform a little bit more throughout the day. We're starting to, see the seeds actually prove themselves fairly well.
Yeah, and so, I mean, we're seeing the lower bracket kind of picking up a little bit more. We're definitely going to see a lot more action down there, and those best of threes are going to be, highly contested, especially with the talent that we've seen match up against some of the higher seed teams so far. But overall, bracket has gone kind of to expectation based on what we've seen in pool play. And so, speaking of, we do have I believe our number 1 seeded team coming up into the next matchup here. It's going to be Neapolitan taking on Bad Touch, who we saw previously 2-0 Simple Gravity in the pool play on stream. But Neapolitan, I think there's a couple folks that the Rocket League community definitely knows.
Yeah, we teased it a little bit earlier. So guys that you should be familiar with if you're up to date with the RLCS. Atelier, 2 members from that, Matt and Sizz, and then Selfless with Dapper. So that is a solid roster. Sizz actually played yesterday in the Nexus Invitational, brought out Fireburner and Moses. Not exactly Atelier, but they got to the grand finals. Did lose to Iris, but obviously very talented individuals, #1 seeded for a very obvious reason.
Absolutely. They will be the team to beat in the upper bracket right now, and Bad Touch is going to have their first shot at them now. That'll be Ocho, Fox, and Yoda, who we saw in Yoda was very strong on offense in the last series that we got to watch them in, so they could definitely hope to be able to pull him apart as a good striker and hopefully set something up for him. I mean, we saw Fox and Ocho definitely playing very strong support roles throughout that series. They were able to 2-0 from Simple Gravity, but this is going to be a different level of play that we're going to be seeing coming into this best of 5.
Yeah, definitely. They came through in that game against Simple Gravity, and they had a bit of a hard time, developing nice looking plays or just cohesive plays with each other. They were able to secure that one, but it wasn't exactly convincing.
Yeah.
So against Neapolitan, it's going to be a really hard test.
Yeah, definitely going to be the test for them in the upper bracket right now. This will be the biggest challenge here for Bad Touch. If they're able to come through on this one, though, and do some damage here against Neapolitan, that would be absolutely huge to the bracket.
Yeah, even taking a game or two off of them would give enough morale for them to hopefully move forward in the losers bracket, because this is a double elimination. Best of 5s in the upper bracket, best of 3s in the lower bracket, and then obviously they have the chance to meet up later in this tournament. We're starting to get into the later stages. As time goes on, we get later in the tournament. You don't need me to tell you that, but we're starting to progress through the bracket, and it's starting to look like a pretty nice finish.
Absolutely. The talent is definitely heating up here. We're going to have another fantastic matchup. Neapolitan taking on Bad Touch, a best of 5. Once again, $1,000 on the line here at San Diego LAN, here at San Diego State University. And we're going to be jumping over to the casters right now. That is going to be Chimblade and Sleepy Smash, bringing you all the action for this next matchup.
Finally.
About time.
The big 3.
The
big 3, Dapper, Matt, and Sizz.
Yeah, and we won't see any sizzle rizzle in this one, as Rizzo didn't show up. But I am pretty excited for this because we get to look over and they're just right over there.
I don't see him.
Well,
Dapper. He's not gonna look. Dapper. This isn't working. I'm sorry. Unthink, go get them. Unthink's not gonna get them. Okay, now I look awkward.
Yeah, we waved at them. We're good to go.
Yeah. What can we do? But they are in the lobby. It's a best of 5, and
you just seen me here.
Like we said, this is Bad Touch's biggest test.
Oh yeah,
This is not expected to win whatsoever. But
is anyone?
A game or two is not bad.
Not bad at all. But like you were saying, I mean, who is going to stand a chance against this team? If you did not know, these are some professional players that came to San Diego and already putting that pressure on. Fox trying to get a clear, and Ocho giving it up, and Matt not missing a beat. 28 seconds?
38 seconds, actually. Matt finds the perfect pat to put that one in. A 1-0. Neapolitan taking the lead as expected. All 3 of these players, really, Matt, Dapper, and Sizz, are just so darn aggressive. Dapper especially coming through from Selfless. They love to aggress, and they're going to do it here at the San Diego.
Yeah, and once again, here comes that pressure, looking for each other. It is just such a joy watching these guys, watching high-level Rocket League right in front of us, and oh, baby, you can't leave that net open.
What planet is Matt from? Matt is a human name, but I think it also might be an alien name.
Yes, I fully agree, because look at that placement. Yoda unable to get there as he shot that close post. Yoda coming in from that back corner, unable to get a touch, and already 2-0, 4:20 to go.
4:14, don't want to get the kids too excited. Matt is there looking for his hat trick. Fox, though, with the tip of that Octane, will make the save. Dapper in there as well, dropping one back down. Matt, where did he even come from? He wasn't even on my screen. He just was like, hello, I'm here. He put one back across. Sizz is ready to continue the aggression towards the attacking third. Yoda, though, does have the clear. He'll pick up some boost. Actually goes right past the boost. Dapper almost finds that one into the slapper. It's played up high, and still 2-0.
Oh, what a clear.
Bad Touch, holding their defensive line for the past 30 seconds or so.
And what's fun to watch with these guys is as you watch them take a shot on net, when they start to rotate out, they're rolling through that box and through net, trying to disrupt that goalie, even if it makes it to where he has to stop or reverse, it's throwing him off, and it's just throwing the whole team off, essentially. And uncharacteristic miss by Sizz there, but there's that dirty play. You're going to be seeing that not only this game, but every game that we cast for them. They're going to be coming out with those bumps and demos.
Oh, Sizz almost set himself up. Matt is ready in the midfield. He's going to back off, take some boost. He's noticed that Ocho has the advantage in terms of boost, but now he's back at it. Upside down, belly up for Matt. Props to him. Sizz is there as well. We'll pick up a full tank of boost as well. And a thing I noticed with the better teams is that as soon as their boost is up, they have like a timer in the back of their heads. And when that boost is up, they'll go back and take it. Like there's not usually a time more than 10 seconds where that boost hasn't been touched. They're just so good. They have like a natural sense of when it'll be up.
Yeah, and that's something you get from just time spent in-game. It just becomes second nature to just go over those big boost pads when you're rotating out. Because, like you said, that 10-second timer is just counting down, and they have it ingrained in their memory.
Oh, Dapper, you crazy boy. Almost finds that one across. Matt is there. Pushing one across. Fox, though, will play this one back up high instead. Ocho and Yoda deciding what they want to do with that one. They'll just leave it for Dapper and Sizz now to push forward. Matt will get a touch as well. Such a nice touch. Dapper to the pocket. Almost finds the finishing touch, but sitting at a 2-goal deficit. No shots on target whatsoever by bad touch. They've spent the whole game in their defensive half. What do you do?
That was almost in net, but it was an own save. And Ocho, they only need one shot. That equals 1 goal. If they can get those hard clears, because Matt, Sizz, and Dapper, they're having fun right now. They're toying with this bad touch squad. So if they can get those hard clears out of the box, then Neapolitan is going to have to focus on actually playing and not having fun.
Yeah, Ocho only needed Uno. And who says you can't have fun while playing? Sometimes you can have fun and play.
I always have fun and play, but that's why I'm not a pro.
Well, maybe that's the reason why I'm still in Prospect. We'll find out later. Dapper has to push one outwards. There's Sizz for the pickup. Beats one. Can't be the second, though, as Yoda just have to play on that Batmobile. He backflips there, uncharacteristically, but sometimes it happens. So the best of us is played center. Dapper, though, has to clear Ocho back onto this one. Dropping one across. Matt, though, does have the connection to make that clear. Now he's looking to push towards the center. Ocho will miss out. Dapper is ready. Matt is cherry picking. He actually bumped Fox so far away. He's definitely having fun here at Lan Diego. Yoda almost finds that chip. Good idea. Neat little attempt there. Well, the execution just a little bit off. Could not find the proper channels to connect with the back of the net. Yoda, 50-50 in the air. Played towards the center circle. Here, Sizz is there. Plays one left. Dapper connects with it. Needs more weight behind that shot, though. Not the best one. 55 seconds. A 1-goal difference? I'm actually surprised.
I am very surprised. Bad Touch is holding their own weight very well and actually starting to set up offensive plays. And Sizz, though, Matt and Sizz and Matt, they're 2 peas in a pod, really.
Sat, Miz, what's their couple name?
I don't know.
Sat or Miz?
I like Miz.
Okay, Miz. Well, Miz, the power couple. PRL ships them every day of the week, every week of the year, every year of the century, every century of the millennium, I think. Yoda finds goal 2, though. Bad touch, back in it.
And a missed half flip here from Sizz. Unable to get a touch on the ball, and then that threw Dapper off, and that ball looked like it went right through him. Yoda, though, keeping this within 1 point, 37 seconds to go. They are just fighting and clawing their way.
33 seconds, that's not that much crawl time, but you have to use what you got. Matt is in the left corner, ready to make the save. He'll push up. Sizz is ready as well, looking for some fancy plays. Their ballerinas have got their tutus ready, pirouetting through the air. 20 seconds left, in comes Dapper. Does have the clear, of course, and it's picked up by Ocho, actually. Ocho looking for goal numero 3. Can't find it just yet. Sizz is there towards the right half of the wall, and he'll push forward. 10 seconds winding down at this point. There's maybe one offensive opportunity left for Bad Touch. They only have one more chance on goal, or else they lose this game 1, and it's not happening. Dapper lets it touch the ground. Game 1, 3-2. 3-2 actually is not that bad.
No.
Not bad at all.
That was very surprising to me. I was expecting an absolute blowout, but Yoda and Ocho really came out and really put their skills on display. They realized that this Neapolitan squad is stacked, absolutely stacked. And any small mistake, they're going to capitalize on. They're going to be able to do those ridiculous aerial passes, come off the ceiling, able to get touches on the ball, like where he flew out of the stands, it looked like.
Apparently we spelled Neapolitan wrong. Who put the names in there? Which one of you goobers messed up Neapolitan?
Well,
Somebody messed it up.
But isn't that the correct spelling?
I don't know. I don't even know what a Neapolitanite is.
Well, isn't it this in reference to ice cream?
Oh, like the strawberry chocolate vanilla?
Yeah, exactly. One's the strawberry, one's the chocolate, one's the vanilla.
Okay, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I'd be the strawberry because no one ever really wants that. They just kind of...
I dig for the straw. When I get my ice cream buckets, I dig for the straw. I dig for you. I dig you. I dig you. I dig you, bro.
Oh, he digs me.
I dig you,
I like
bro.
that.
I dig you. 0-0, though. A clean slate. In this game, Bad Touch I don't think is expected to win. I think Neapolitan will not have as much fun. Like we said, they won't be messing around so much. So, heading into this game, although Bad Touch kept it close in game 1, right off the top, Dapper says, hey guys, 3 seconds in, I'm going to score.
I was still trying to get my eyes adjusted to the screen. Just a simple breakdown off the kickoff. Ocho already rotating out when he should have just sat in net. He would have had an easy save. But Dapper, like I said, those small mistakes, they are going to capitalize on.
Capitalize is in the chat, please. In comes the boy from San Diego. His name is Yoda, but he won't find anything. Ocho's last man in net.
Oh!
Again, the delayed flicks from that corner seem to be very popular amongst the dribble-style players, especially on those octanes. In comes Matt, plays one across. Where's the connection? It's from Ocho, the other color bro. Dapper pushes one across, and Matt has a play up high. Sis for the drop down. Look
Do
at
it!
That. He did it. He did it. Scheist across the screen is yelling, woo-hoo-hoo! Because it was that good.
Yeah, he did a thing. That was a beautiful team play, and honestly, that is extremely difficult to defend against. Yoda giving it his best effort, but just honestly outclassed as Sizz was already in mid-air for that shot.
It's crazy. Sizz already has 115 points. The most from Bad Touch is 50. Sizz has done like 3 times the work that Yoda has done.
And I want to point out to the viewers that are watching, they think, oh, 115 points or 140 points isn't that much. This is a private lobby. 150 points equates to 300 in an online game. Yeah. So that's insane only a minute into this.
So many touches from Sizz. He's touching all the things. He's up again, looking to touch this ball down. Oh, my God. He's trying to get on top of it after the bounce. Interesting idea. Could not execute, though. Dapper will execute.
What a save!
He missed out. Ocho coming out as the defensive rock for Bad Touch.
Ocho just flipping out of goal. I don't know if he meant to save it, but he did a great job of doing so. And once again, we are seeing Neapolitan just do what they want anytime, any place. And Bad Touch really unable to answer anything put forth from Neapolitan.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
This was just, they were having fun. They were trying to get tricky, and he hit it backwards where nobody was.
Let's all have fun and touch each other in the air. That's what happens. And capitalize, they did. So 330, a goal up. It wasn't anything too crazy or too awesome to see, but it still counts as a goal.
Still counts on the scorecard, and that's all that matters. Doesn't matter if it was pretty or, I hate to say it, ugly.
Oh, don't use the U word.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty.
Not at all.
But it goes in the back of the net, and it counts. And they're only down 1.
Close games. Matt looking to make the lead into 2. Marching to 2 won't happen just yet. Sis is on the ground. We'll play one to the right half. Off the ceiling. Matt is ready. Matt, a cheeky touch, gets around it. Look at that. Matt and Dapper are on top of their game tonight. Sis is as well. Sis, though, waiting back, waiting to pounce. He will finally leap out of the water and be the shark to eat his prey. And won't find the goal just yet. 2:48 on the clock. Ocho to Yoda. Yoda chips it across. Off the crossbar. Nobody to connect with it. Fox is late to the punch.
And they're showing you why they're pros. Not only obvious mechanical skill, but smart plays like that were nice, hard, clear, all the way down, opposite side of the field. Just kind of sets everything up for you. And now you have the pressure started, and a great save coming out from Ocho. Matt unable to find his mark. Still only up by 1, just creeping into the second half.
Again, this is a winner's semi, so the team that loses here, which will most likely be Bad Touch, still has a second chance in the loser's bracket. So do not count them out just yet. Just by keeping the games close against Neapolitan, they can get the confidence that, hey, we can keep close games against pro Rocket League players. That's crazy. So just by keeping it close, Neapolitan can, or Bad Touch can get themselves some momentum, some confidence to carry on into the losers bracket, because that's probably where they're going.
I'm gonna say you're probably right, especially with plays like that. You can't dribble that ball through the box towards your own net. That is not a smart decision there, and just a complete mental breakdown leads to another goal. And what I like seeing from this Neapolitan squad is yes, they are trying to have fun, but they're also doing it smartly. They're not going to give up the lead and risk losing and going down to that losers bracket.
That was so cool. Just look at the number of saves from Bad Touch. We'll talk about that later as Matt puts one in, but the number of saves. 7 saves from Bad Touch. That's working your butt off. 7 saves. 6 saves. No, 7 saves. 7 saves.
Oh, you're right. I don't know how to count. It's okay.
I was giving me the number 6 with his hand.
I was
like, no, it's
I
7.
saw 4 and 2, and it doesn't matter what I see.
You left out Yoda. 7 saves. 4 plus 1 plus 2 is 7. 7 sides are on a septagon, I think is the shape. Septagon, maybe. Septetragon? I don't know. Matt will push one across. Dapper! Oh! He's waiting there, waiting to make the last touch. And
well,
my jimmies are rustled again.
Was he really waiting for that last touch, or did he steal it? Because I'm going to say that's a snake move, and he stole that one, especially with those great pass spams. But either way, results in a goal. And once again, we may have to stamp our passports. We are starting to head south.
Oh, Brazil is pretty close. I can already hear the
Vuvuzelas?
The Vuvuzelas, yeah, and the what's the name of the ladies dancing at Carnival? I can hear them dancing at Carnival. It's going pretty well.
Belly dancers?
The belly dancers, yeah.
I don't know.
You know,
is
Carnival?
that what they're called?
That's like the big festival in Brazil, right? Carnival.
I've never been.
I mean, it's like everywhere.
I've been on the Carnival cruise line, if that counts.
No. Carnival with like a Spanish touch.
Carnival?
Carnival. Si, Carnival.
I got you.
I don't know, but there are definitely a lot of ladies and belly dancing, so you are right. Yeah. But a minute and 10 to head us into the Brazil. It could happen, Zuby. I'm down.
I'm okay to try out belly dancing. I'll try everything once, and maybe we can do that casting.
Okay.
There is a crowd present.
I'm not belly dancing with you. I'm not belly dancing ever.
What? You're not confident enough. That's what that is.
No. I don't want to talk about my belly button.
There it is.
Though does. 7-1. We're in Brazil, boys. Can we get some Brazils?
Can we get some hype? No one's listening to me back there. They all have their headsets on. They're gaming hard, but that is the Brazil, the first of the day. And I hate to say it, it probably won't be the last with these guys playing.
I mean, I can see the Jesus statue already.
Oh,
Rio de Janeiro, the big Jesus.
Something del Cristo or something?
Probably El Statue de Cristo, right? What else could it be? But it's the big Jesus statue, and I can see it. 42 seconds in Rio de Janeiro. Matt to Sizz. Sizz just a little bit early there. He'll have to back off of this one as Matt continues to push forward. There goes Ocho for the push across. Dapper touches one towards the right half. It's still stuck in that corner. Yoda to Ocho. They need a save here.
Do it. Oh,
Ocho actually gets his, what is that, his 5th save of the game. The team now has a collective 8 saves. They're working their butts off on defense, but they're still getting scored on because Matt, Sizz, and Dapper just will not stop.
You have to work your butts off on defense, or else it would be 27-0.
Yeah.
Well, how many shots are there? I don't know. Do the math for me.
5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 15.
Then it would be 15-1 if you weren't playing defense, because these guys are just putting on the pressure left and right. Then the pressure has been on since the clock started. And here we go. Let's see if we can get tricky, and we can't. But Neapolitan is going to be taking game number 2.
Was that only game 2?
Hey, Dapper, what are you doing?
What? Can we bring Dapper over? Let's bring Dapper. Do you guys want Dapper over? I want Dapper over. Are we allowed to?
Is it best of 5?
It is best of 5. I mean,
I thought it was best of 5. I mean, at least I'm paying attention to what's going on. You're not.
I look like Sizz.
Dapper's not.
I look like Sizz. Today I learned that I look like Sizz.
Yeah. You look like Sizz? We need to do an interview with Sizz then.
That's what Ocho's saying. And Matt.
We need to do that.
I don't know how to play Sizz. But that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Dapper was switching cars. Let's see what he's what is he gonna come out with? Can we can place bets on that.
Gizmo. 5 on Gizmo. 5 shekels on Gizmo.
I'm going Merc.
Merc? Gizmo. Let's see. Which number am I pressing?
1.
Dominus.
Dapper,
What is this?
I'm so disappointed right now.
That's
So disappointed.
So unoriginal. So unoriginal.
I wanted a fun car.
Gizmo is really a fun car.
The Dominus is for power hits. Does he really need help with hitting the ball
Dominus
harder?
is for tryhards, really.
Yeah, come on, try hard.
Try hard, Dapper. Tusk, as Yoda will play one up high. Sizz and Dapper, the tryhard, looking to push forward. Will be played back out. Matt towards the left half. Yoda waiting to touch it. Actually will let it bounce. He sees nobody's there to play it safe and slow. Sizz will meet and greet him on the wall, though. Gives him a little bit of a kiss as well. Matt finds Dapper on the end of it. Dapper plays it back over. Ocho looking to capitalize. He can get in there just in time. Yoda, the final man on the rotate, will not have any chance at putting that one in as the quick adaptation comes through from the defensive line of Neapolitan.
And right away, 30 seconds in, no goals scored. That's a little different, but Dapper looking to change that. Going towards net and nobody home. What is that? Is that off? Where are they off to? Somewhere, right?
They're off to Macaulay Culkin's house because there's nobody home. But what do we do with this information?
Not much, because you need to rotate properly.
I don't...
They're sending everyone. I realize you're playing pros,
Yeah.
but stick to your game. Don't freak out. Honestly, your best chance to win against these guys is by sticking to simple rotations, constantly moving like a current in the ocean. Like this.
A current in the ocean. Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, I see it. He's making circles on the table. You guys can't see it, but I can see it. Like a current in the ocean is what we need so far from Bad Touch. They're down by 1, 3:52 remaining. Yoda plays with Ocho. Ocho can't find the finish. And that you can see the details that are just like that difference between the plays. They have the ideas are the same. Both teams are getting passing, but Ocho only 1 out of 2 times can finish. This was one of those times, so it's there. But Dapper, Matt, and Sizz, though, they're going to come back.
Well, honestly, it boils down to Bad Touch is telegraphing their passes. When Neapolitan, you don't know if they're going to pass, you don't know if they're going to shoot, you don't know if they're going to dribble. They're very, very good at disguising what they want to do with the ball. And that's really one of the key points that separates them from the rest. It's so easy to read an offense. Oh, my goodness.
We can't even talk. Should we leave? I think we should leave.
Can we just put the mics down and just let these guys do what they do best?
I mean,
look at this. It didn't even hit the ground all the way downfield. Like, are you serious? I don't know.
If I was Ocho, Fox, or Yoda, I'd cry. I'd be crying.
Well, they might be.
I'd just be
we
in
could
tears.
look.
Bible thump. Just in tears. What do you do?
I don't know. I'm looking for Fox.
I can't find Fox. He's probably crying. He probably went to the cosplay booth and is crying at the anime weeaboo girls right now. Dapper is there. Pushes one across towards the center. Matt with that one. Sizz is ready as well. Can he find the finisher? No, he cannot. Yoda is there to keep his team at least at only a 1-goal deficit. Yoda recentering this one, but only the blue players from Neapolitan are there to make the touch, and it's back towards the midfield here. Yoda is ready for a second attempt on target. Will miss out once again. 2 minutes gone. 2 shots apiece, really. Neapolitan has put 2 shots on target, which is a very, very low number for them at the halftime mark.
I mean, they realize they're up 2 games.
Yeah.
It's a best-of-5 series. You can lose 1 game if you're them. If they want to come out and try freestyle plays and get crazy, they have that ability. And the skill is just so present on everything. They know where every single ball is going, and it's beautiful to watch. It's so fun. And at the end of the day, I want to play some Rocket League with them at the end. Is that allowed? Can we do that?
I don't know. Might have to pay $4 because the cosplay chicks they're $4 to take a picture with them. So maybe to play Rocket League with.
Well, it's 20
Dapper.
to take one with me.
Is it?
Yeah, I gave you a freebie.
I'll take anything I can get that's free. A Subi stamp, as they call it, and it's dropped down. Ocho is there. Sizz ready as well. He'll play one up high. Ocho drops one across. Matt's there, though. Dapper there as well. This could be in. It's a floater off the top. The perfect angle. Matt finally has the tap to put that one in at 2:01. Matt extends the lead.
And what's beautiful about this play is they cut the field in half vertically. They didn't care about the whole left side of the field. All 3 players on that right side realizing that they're going to push that ball downfield, put the pressure on, and Dapper with a great bar down shot gets Psyonix pleased. It squeaks out, but thankfully the teammate is there to clean it up.
What is Sizz even doing?
I don't know.
Sizz was set in camp in the orange goal just for the funsies. Yoda will drop one back down. Fox misses out completely. At this point, I think they're not even mad. Like, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, oh my god. I get to play on the same field as Neapolitan? Yes, please. I'll take that any day.
Yeah, not only play on the same field, but you get to play in the same room. I mean, you could be essentially sitting right next to your opponent, which is awesome. And so fun, and I kind of wish we were sitting in the crowd. I want to be able to yell at players when they make mistakes.
You can yell at me when I make mistakes. I say the word crackerjack on stream, which is a very bad word.
Crackerjack is a very bad word?
Yeah. Is it not? I've been told.
Sure. I forget that you're about half my age, so I don't know what you kids are calling things these newfangled days or whatever. I don't know.
Crackerjack is a bad word. Do not use it at school, kids. Only at home and when with your friends. Ocho playing one across. Can he drop this one across? No, he cannot. Matt is ready to make the save. Sizz and Dapper now pushing forward. Matt there as well. The thing about Neapolitan is that when they're having fun, they have like 3 people in the air at the same time, and it doesn't matter because Matt does that consistently. Matt's just like, hey mom, check this out. She doesn't know what the heck is happening. All he knows is that she knows is that he's making money.
Yeah, exactly. And what's beautiful about this, it's Rocket League. You don't need to know the game. That's what makes it so awesome. Anybody can sit here and watch it. We have people walking through this Rocket League booth, essentially, looking up at the screen, and it's fun to watch. You don't need to know what is going on. All you need to know is a ball goes into the net. That's a good thing.
All you need to know is that your kid's bringing home a lot of money from playing video games.
Too.
That's
that
pretty.
too.
If I was a mom, I'd be like, yes, keep playing the games because you don't have to do dishes anymore. You can just play Rocket League, and that's like his chores because he brings in money. So 18 seconds left. In comes Sizz, finds goal number 5.
Oh,
Subi. This is going.
Can we do it again? Can we do it again? Can we get another Brazil?
I'm down.
Just
2 vacations in 1 series?
Yeah, 2 vacations in 1 series. You know what? I clicked the pen. I'm putting a star. Once again, we're getting a sweep in this semifinal matchup.
Well, 10 seconds left in this one. I don't know exactly how much I'm thinking Taz will have to say about this one because it was a complete blowout, but I think just winked at me, gave me an air kiss as well, so I think that he knows exactly what went wrong there
Yeah,
for
I got
bad
one.
touch. And I think as soon as this ball touches the ground, we'll just hand it right over to Unthink because you and I right now are just moist from that gameplay.
Yeah, essentially it's very hot and stuffy in here, so we're sweating. So a little bit of moistness on the forehead, it's bound to happen. You never know. But I completely agree. That was just a blowout, and what really needs to be said other than these are professional players. You're seeing some of the best, not in San Diego, not in California. You're seeing some of the best in the world play right now. And that's pretty
Japan
impressive.
count? Is Japan inside the world? Is that?
I don't think so because the Earth is flat, so I don't really believe that it's real, but we'll see. More on that later.
Okay, we are on cam, and you just said that the Earth is flat. Somebody can clip that, send it to your employer, and you'll get fired.
Why? Just because of my beliefs?
Okay, fine. It's 2017. I can't judge you. We're going to hand it over to, I'm thinking, Taz. They'll talk to you about why the Earth is indeed a sphere, as Galileo predicted in 1542. Back to you, Unthink. Talk to me about Galileo.
I don't know what's happening over there. I'm having a really tough time figuring out what happens on that side of the L, but all I do know is what we saw was a very interesting series to say the least. So 3-0, very strong performance here from Neapolitan. We did say that they were going to be the team to beat today, and they came in strong. So game 1, I mean, we can talk about that because I think that that's probably the closest that Bad Touch came to really performing in this series.
No, absolutely. It was a good start by Neapolitan, but they definitely stepped it up at the halftime mark. They were able to come back, start to make plays of their own, and they were mainly just clearing it out of their own zone, which was nice because the first 2 minutes was Neapolitan. I almost said Atelier. No, but it was Neapolitan putting on a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
At halftime, they started to move in the right direction. Bad Touch made a little bit of a push, but it was the end of that game, and the start of the next one that was really the catalyst for Neapolitan to come through. And
the 3-second goal coming in from Dapper, I think that face-off goal, it just set the stage, and we just watched one after another after another. There was little to no opposition. There was one single counterplay that came in, and we saw that come in actually from Yoda, who was able to pull a goal through. And I think if I remember correctly, that was actually
the own goal from Matt. So not really earning that one. And
then they proceeded to move through and go ahead and take us below the Southern Hemisphere there and into Brazil. And just, I mean, you had to stamp your passport after watching that game because that was it was a blowout. It's actually one of the toughest things to have to deal with for Bad Touch coming out of that one. And there was so much momentum for Neapolitan jumping into Game 3. I mean, if this was the first Brazil we've seen today on stream, I don't think that we'll see a lot more of that kind of stuff. And it's crazy because both of these teams were so highly seeded, but as the casters talked about, there is a level of talent coming out of Neapolitan that, I mean, this is a world-class team.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, with Atelier in RLCS's seed 4 right now with a 4-3 standing right now. I mean, not the entire Atelier roster. Matt and Sizz obviously missing Turtle at the moment, but then Dapper also on Selfless, another RLCS team. So it's like you have Bad Touch, which is friends that play together and obviously talented players, but you're looking at like this is the differential.
Yeah.
Right. So it's understandable why we had the result that we did. But it was a decent game out of Bad Touch with what they were dealing with. It just, as time went on in the series, you start to lose a little bit of steam as a team, right?
There was something that I think we both saw that was extremely critical to kind of like Bad Touch's falling out after game 1 is that all of the passing play from Neapolitan was completely unopposed. Like they had free reign to essentially play through the midfield and then connect passing plays, and they were, I mean, at a certain point it was almost beautiful to watch, like just how effective they were setting up redirects, playing into kind of, a 1-2 combo, the Matt Sizz setups over and over again in game 2, and then game 3 where they started introducing Dapper into more of like a crash mentality, burning through the chaos in the box and kind of shaping some pretty effective passing play. And overall it was such a tough matchup there for Bad Touch to kind of get in between that and match that pace.
Yeah, at a certain level, you can't get in between them when they're moving at such a high pace and they're passing the ball up between each other so nicely. It was nice to see Matt and Sizz actually step in with Dapper and play so cohesively, right? The 3-man passing plays that we saw again and again and again, they looked like they've been playing together for a long time, and they might have, but they definitely look like a solid team.
Well, two highly seeded teams, both of them coming out very strong out of pool play. Neapolitan will be moving on now in the winner's bracket. The lower bracket will see Bad Touch. I'm sure they'll cause quite a bit of chaos down there. That's definitely still a team to watch out for as we move on, because those lower brackets will be coming back potentially here, of course, for the grand finals. So hoping to see them as well. For now, we're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with a special interview in just a second. So do not go anywhere. This is PRL's coverage of LAN Diego 7. Boys and girls, we are back with a special interview. Team Neapolitan is joining us here at the casting booth. We've got a lot of great talent here to talk to about the tournament and all of the wonderful things going on. We have Sizz, Matt, and Dapper joining us. How are you all doing today?
Doing good. Doing good.
Okay.
Very awesome, very awesome. Wanted to jump in real quick here and talk to you guys about overall the atmosphere of LAN Diego. How are you guys feeling here starting out? We'll talk with Sizz a bit about that.
It's pretty awesome, actually. I came in kind of expecting the event to be a lot smaller. You know, getting here, like all the hype around it, and like everyone coming in, like greeting you. It's like a really good environment. You know, everyone's like excited to be here, and it's like just a bunch of fans coming up, meeting people. It's really nice to be here.
Yeah, I'm definitely like impressed with how big the venue is, and that there were even like there's so many just games to play, and then even like the cosplayers surprised me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. This is my like second Rocket League LAN, aside from Santa Ana, which was like a year ago. So this is really good, really great. Good for the community also.
Kind of an odd question or a little off question. Did any of you guys get a photo with the cosplayers? I know they were charging $4 for that. Did any of you guys decide to get one of those for your fridge? No, no one did that. No, can't believe that.
Matt was looking to get a picture with the Battle Bunny ribbon, but
I keep trying to get a break, and I just haven't got a chance to walk up there, so I'm just gonna keep waiting. So, you know, I want to talk a little about the team chemistry because you both, you all three kind of, two of you work together. One of you comes from a separate team. Kind of start with Dapper. What's it like working with Matt and Sizz on the team here today?
Well, I mean, Matt and Sizz have been playing together for forever, so I'm kind of just like chilling really while they just do their own thing, and then I just hop in every now and then.
Yeah.
So, but I'm familiar with how they play because I used to play against them a lot, like back in PS4 days, and yeah, so I'm just familiar with how they play. And
Yeah,
So-
I mean, Sizz, Dapper, and I are all just trying to go for crazy stuff, and I think when all three of the people on the team go for this crazy stuff, it just tends to work out. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
yeah, I mean that's kind of basically how it is. Me and Matt know how we play, and like adapting Dapper was like it's like kind of easy because we do know how he plays. We play with him for like I've known Dapper for like a year and a half now, like a really long time since the first LAN. That's when I met him, and like even before that we'd play online together. But yeah, I know how Dapper plays, and like it's like he's a good friend of ours, so it's like we mesh really well together. It's like,
Very awesome. So we do have the winners finals are coming up here in the bracket, and that will move on to the grand finals. Looks like you guys are matched up against Starfish. Have you guys had a chance to look at their play, and kind of how do you feel about your odds against them coming into this?
yeah, I've actually seen some of those players in like Grand Champion, like when we play in ranked, and like I recognize their names. Like they're definitely good players. Like we're not gonna underestimate that. I know I've seen Twice a Tango before. I've seen Una before. I forgot who their third was, but I mean I've seen them in rank. Like they're good. They're good players definitely. So not gonna underestimate them. Just treat them like a normal team.
Very awesome.
Yeah, just basically same thing as Sizz said. The third player is Viking, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're all solid players. I think we're just gonna try our hardest, go for some crazy stuff. Hopefully it works out.
yeah, gonna take it like every other game we play. I've played them all in ranked before, so I kind of have an idea. So I know what I'm up against. We're up.
Very awesome. Well, I was glad you guys have some experience with them. This is going to be a pretty good matchup. We'll see in just a second. Kind of a nice question to ask, I guess. So if you were able to take home the $1,000 prize pool, the final winnings here for the grand finals, what would you do with your winnings?
I have no clue yet.
That's a
Not
great
yet.
answer.
I have no idea.
I just take as many pictures as I can with the cosplayers.
Okay.
Are you
That's
serious,
A
man?
wise investment. Someone has
Oh
the
my
money
God.
mentality on the team here.
I'd probably just like just take the money and like buy like when we go to the LAN for LA, rent out like a quick like Lamborghini or something, drive it around for a bit.
I like
yeah,
that.
just chilling with the boys, the Lambo.
There you go. Getting those land dreams already for
yeah,
RLCS.
run there for like an hour real fast. Worth it.
Oh man, well hey guys, thank you guys so much for stopping here by the casting booth. Good luck today here in the rest of the tournament. You guys have a pretty big matchup ahead of you.
Yeah.
So good luck. We hope to see you all play, and thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks
Yeah,
for having
thank
us.
You have a good one.
All right, have a good one. We'll be back in just a second with more play here at PRL's presentation of LAN Diego 7. So don't go anywhere. This is PRL.
fun, fun, fun. At the shot of the gun, the game begins while my heart spins. Truth be told, the finish line is far away, far away. Take a sec, just take a breath. My love is here, no need to fear. Enjoy these moments. There's more to life when we play one-on-one, one-on-one. All I want to do is slow it down. Take my hand as we go round and round. Oh, wake up, baby. Soak that sun in, the light is bright, my sweetie pie. Truth be told, the finish line is far away, far away. Is it right? Is it fair to live this day through a closed gateway? Enjoy these moments. There's more to life when we play one-on-one, one-on-one. All I want to do is slow it down. Take my hand as we go round and round. All I want to do is slow it down. Take my hand